OVO Sound 2025.
Is it Stacy? Is it Becky? Is it Keisha? Is it Abby? Was it Danny? Is it Party? Where's the function?
Where the function? Where the function? The way I feel right now, I feel like we need to be all alone. So if you just playing around, you need to tell your girl, take a fine home, and that's real. Stop teasing me, stop teasing me. I could change your life so easily. I keep begging you to stay, but you're leaving me, leaving me. We got sticks in the club illegally. Got the whole 6 side, they believe in me. We got members east of the DVP. We got members west on the 401. We got a lock on the game, but there's more to come. You gotta pot that till the morning come. You want shots for the girls, damn, order some. Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who? Hey.
Is it
Stacy?
Is it
Becky?
Is it
Keisha?
Is it
Ashley?
Was it
Danny?
Is it
Party?
Where's the function?
Where the function? Where the function?
Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shaking in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah.
Is that your bestie? I'ma ice both of y'all like Gretzky. I'ma at you like bless me. Hit the dance floor, get nasty, impress me.
Baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shaking in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah.
Is that your bestie? I'ma ice both of y'all like Gretzky. I'ma at you like bless me. Hit the dance floor, get nasty, impress me. Hey, how many in this club? Is it just me and you, my love? I don't mean to call you, know. Just heard about the things that you do, my love. And you're just like me if it's true, my love. Hey, you can see right through my love. Hey, I see your waist shrunk, my love. Hey, you got some bass in the trunk, my love. Damn, how many in this club? Is it really just me, my love? You know my dad and them pimpin' for real. You ever been down to Memphis, Tennessee, my love? I ain't saying I agree, my love. I'm just telling you the things that I see, my love. I got drinks, jokes, sex, and cash. Those are 4 things I can guarantee, my love. Hey,
baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shaking in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah.
Is that your bestie? I'ma ice both of y'all like Gretzky. I'ma at you like bless me. Hit the dance floor, get nasty, impress me.
Baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shaking in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah.
Is that your bestie? I'ma ice both of y'all like Gretzky. I'ma at you like bless me. Hit the dance floor, get nasty, impress me.
Two-tone APs, looking like weeds. Happy to inside in Cleveland, shout out I'm bleeding. I told her I'm big like Bieber, she didn't believe me. A whole lot of motherfucking drugs, a whole lot of motherfucking cups. All these hunts done fucked up my thumbs. Pepsi set drugs, weed, shot I done killed my lungs. I'ma fuck the whole, that's a time shot.
Yo, what's up, chat? How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Today's Monday, right? What's today? Happy Wednesday, guys. Wednesday, the 7th of January. I guess. I don't even know. I don't know what day it is. Yo, when you're unemployed, time flies, guys. Yo, Daffy, thank you for joining the stream. Angel, thank you for joining the stream. How y'all doing, man? Ross Meadows, thank you for joining the stream. How you doing? How was your day, Scott? Today was a pretty chill day. I didn't really do much. I had an early afternoon stream where I did some stock trading, some futures trading. I made money today, but I'm so far below my starting point that I'm just working my way back up to being profitable again for the second time. He says, because I bought Among Us, so he has people to play Among Us with on stream. Yo, I appreciate that, Daffy. It says, how many second videos on my YouTube channel yesterday, Scott? What do you mean by that, Ross? I'm not gonna lie, guys. Today I was feeling a little bit down and in my feelings. That last video that I posted, it didn't do good at all. So I'm gonna have to redo that one. Right, baby? Even Octavia's looking like, what? I'm gonna have to redo that one because unfortunately, I guess it just didn't do good. I posted on Reddit in the streaming subreddit, live streaming subreddit, and I got a lot of criticism, not because of the video, but because of the thumbnail. They said, oh, this is a AI generated thumbnail. So apparently people will not even click on the video if the thumbnail has AI in it, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, because like you should be focused on the contents of the video, not how it was made, in my opinion. But I guess AI rubs people the wrong way. So unfortunately for me, they're not clicking on it. They were just criticizing the thumbnail and saying that I was basically essentially a bot for not using a real artist. And this, I guess, plays into the larger topic of tonight's stream, guys. Tonight, I wanted to talk about depression, at least in the first segment of the stream. I wanted to talk about depression because there's been a lot of talk in my channel, on my channel, during my streams about depression. He says, Scott, I know you were emo, but how do you feel about Linkin Park? First of all, I wasn't emo. Second of all, I like Linkin Park. I like classic Linkin Park. What's wrong, baby? You were doing just good. What's wrong? Yo, on the rise, thank you for joining the stream. Amen, thank you for joining the stream. He says, did you ever listen to them? Yes. What made you think I'm emo? Who said I was emo? I am not emo. I've never been emo. I don't like emo music. Whoever said I was emo? Okay, she doesn't want to be held like this. How do you want to be held tonight, baby? You want to be held like this? You want to sit on daddy's lap? Yeah? Like that? Like a big baby? Oh, they can't see you, baby. Now you have to zoom out. Yo, is it me or does my camera look scuffy, chat? I don't know, but I feel like the camera's not like, does this look sharp to you? Or does it look kind of blurry? He says, Linkin Park makes me feel good. Linkin Park is, I don't know. When you say Linkin Park, Amid, what do you mean? Are you talking about the recent stuff or are you talking about the classic stuff? He says, it looks normal, bro. Yeah, it looks normal. Does it look sharp? He says, stop hitting on Scott, guys. Do I need to chill out? Look, I don't mind it. Yo, I was worried yesterday, chat, and I'm still a little worried. Look, we need to pop off, guys. Original Linkin Park was good. Yeah, I mean, the original Linkin Park from, I'm going to say 2004, 2005, 2006. If that's what you're talking about on the rise, then yeah. I tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it doesn't really matter. Dude, you're gonna ask me if I listen to Linkin Park. That's like asking me if I listen to Korn or Limp Bizkit. Come on, dude. He says classic before the girl singer. I didn't even know there was a girl singer, but she's still good in keeping the name alive. No, I don't. Unfortunately I guess fortunately for me, I was not aware that they even had a female vocalist at any point. So I definitely stopped listening way before that. You know, but back in the day, those were the bands: Linkin Park, Korn, Limp Bizkit, and Papa Roach. Right, baby? She's not liking that. What's wrong, my love? You don't want to talk about music? Okay, I'll hold you a different way if that's bothering you. Maybe I need to hold you like this, because sometimes she likes being held just like sitting up. How about this, baby? You want to be sitting like this? Daddy got hair all over you. I shaved and I got like pieces of hair all over her. Yes. She's covered in little pieces of hair. I'm sorry, baby. Daddy's shedding on you. He hates your singing too. He says people hate on Creed, but One Last Breath. I mean, Creed had like 1 or 2 good songs, but I didn't like Creed either. What I wanted to say was, back in the day, I used to think that those songs were so tough until somebody introduced me to like real metal, actual metal. We might have to sit on the sofa and do a sofa stream, even though I want to talk about depression, guys. Baby, let daddy talk about the depression. I mean, I'm just waiting for Rob Roberts and a few of those people to join so we can talk about the depression topic for a little bit. But he says, oh, trust me, I listen to heavy. He says, Asking Alexandria. Asking Alexandria is a band. It sounds familiar to me, but I don't remember them. Bailey says their music sucks. Like I said, I was not that versed in that type of music. I listened to like mainstream stuff, and then from Korn, Papa Roach, Limp Bizkit, I pivoted to like Blink 182, Sum 41, Green Day. You know, I went through my punk rock phase, and then after my punk rock phase, I got into like metal, just old school classic metal like Metallica, Megadeth. You know, the classics, right? The standard classic metal sound. And then after that, Dio, AC/DC, yeah. Ozzy Osbourne. And then from there, I pivoted into like actual heavy metal and then death metal and black metal. And that was because of a friend in high school that lent me a CD that was death metal. What's wrong, baby? How do you want me to hold you? You want me to hold you like this? It's so hard to know how she's heavy, by the way, too. Like that? You want to be held like that? He says, have you ever seen the rain? He says, I want to hear about it. I want to hear about depression. Well, I wanted to say earlier today that because Rob left a comment on my Discord, he said, yo, Scott, how do you plan on talking about depression if you don't believe in depression? And I think that a lot of people misinterpret. A lot of people misinterpret what I've been trying to say. I know, baby. I know. Daddy's yapping. He's a yapper. Daddy's a yapper. I think a lot of people. What's wrong, my love? You want to face me? Come, I'll turn you around. We might have to go to the sofa, chat, and just sit down and chill for a little while. Until I get her to go to sleep. What's wrong, baby? You didn't feed her? I did feed her. How are you going to work? I'm just going to sit on the sofa. Guys, I'm going to move over to the sofa until I can get her to go to sleep. And we can just talk from there. Give me a second. I was holding her though. Okay, I'm just switching mics really quick, guys. I just had to set that up on the TV first. Let's do this. Is this working? Yeah, it's working. Okay, so we'll put this on. We'll sit at the sofa and we'll talk, guys. And I'll just read the chat off the screen. If that's okay with y'all. What am I looking for? Phone. Oh yeah, the phone is the camera. Let's switch cameras in a second. Switching cameras really quick, guys. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, let's see. Gotta put my glasses on. Now I gotta put my glasses on because I can't see that far. He says, one thing about being a parent, you gotta get creative. I listened to Ask in 2012. There's gonna be such a fucking delay now when I'm sitting here.
I love you, baby.
I'm safe, baby.
Here's her birth class.
Okay. You guys can still hear me, right? He says, one thing about parenting, you got to get creative. I listened to Ask like 2012. What's going on, baby? You want to face daddy then? Like this? Like that? Well, she better get happy soon. You better get happy. Yo, you guys can spam twos in the chat if you guys can see me. Oh, shit. There's one thing I gotta fix. It's way too bright, right? Give me just a second, baby. I gotta fix one thing. I am being careful, baby. I turn the filter off. There. Why are you grunting so much, baby? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Damn. Cat fight here live on screen. Ooh. Yes, delayed by like a lot. I don't even know. He says he's gonna send me the link in the Discord channel, Scott. Who's gonna link in the Discord channel to what? What the hell? What the hell? He says he's gonna winter 1 W. Oh my goodness. Can you pass me my phone that's over there, baby? We're just gonna sit here, baby. You're sleepy. I thought it was right up there. It's like on the desk. Oh, never mind. I can't get my phone. I forgot it's the camera. Okay, baby. He says, what's wrong, baby?
What's wrong? Is daddy being a bully? He's tired.
I know. Still gonna sleep. He says, server Discord so I can join. Oh, join what? What are you guys talking about? What are you trying to join? He said, oh, it's a cranky tonight. Yeah. She's cranky. This TV is pissing me off because there's a delay. She's gonna go to sleep, chat. Once she goes to sleep, we can actually, you know, do the stream, lock in, lock in. I don't know what the hell did she. What happened? Was she? Let me go out and go back. He says Winter's carrying as always. I mean, y'all know that Winter has to carry. That's what I pay her for. Okay, baby, sleep, my love. I know. She can. Bailey said she can sense my energy. What energy are you sensing, Octavia? He says Billy gets the real bread. Yeah, she gets the real bread, all right. She's getting the real bread. Oh, this delay's gonna drive me crazy, but I guess I can't do anything about it, right? I wonder why there's such a long delay. Crazy. Anyways, guys, tonight I wanted to talk about depression. He says, is Winter your or Bay's cat? It's Bailey's. She's Bailey's cat, Daffy. That's Bailey's dusty cat. I mean, I like cats, but I wanted to get a kitten, not a grown-ass, old-ass cat that's like 9 years old or something. 8 years old, 9 years old, 10. She's older than Octavia. The cat is older than you. Why are you rushing? He says, don't call Winter Dusty. I mean, look at her, Daffy. He says, I'm sure Bailey feels the same way. Wait, the same way about what? He says, but she settled for a 40-year-old. Oh my goodness. Baby, you heard that? You settled for a 40-year-old. Gray. He says, if you're lucky, you have Winter for 10 more years. Do they even live that long? I don't think cats live that long. 20 years? I thought cats only live for like 13 years. He says cats get hella old. They do? Baby. He's trying to freak out. He says, my dog is 19. My love. Why are you so aggravated tonight? You're sleepy. When she gets sleepy, she like fights the sleeping. Close your eyes, baby. Close your eyes and just go to sleep, my love. Daddy can't sing. And I'm probably torturing you. What I wanted, guys, I really want to get on the topic, chat. I want to talk about the depression thing, man, because I feel like talking with Rob, talking with Isabel, talking with Kanai, even Gray, even Royalty, some of y'all misinterpret what I mean when I say I don't believe in depression. What I mean when I say I don't believe in depression isn't that I don't think it exists. I don't believe in wallowing in depression. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm the victim, and cry about it for hours. Like, I think that's pathetic. And damn, my notes are all over there. Fuck me. Yeah, pass me my notes, baby. Sorry. I wrote down a bunch of notes about this topic and other things too. I mean, tonight there's a few things I want to talk about and I want to do reactions as well. But I wrote down that depression, what is depression really and how to solve it, right? Depression, in my opinion, is the universe telling you that you're not fulfilling your role, right? Like, when you're depressed, it's because you're not doing what you're meant to do, right? You're squandering your opportunity to meet your goals. You're squandering your opportunity to create. So it's kind of like it's like your body, it's like nature telling you like, yo, what the hell are you doing? Wake the fuck up. And the problem is that a lot of people interpret this the wrong way. And instead of them waking up and locking in, they buckle down and they start to feel sorry for themselves. He says, Winter looks more at the camera than the streamer. He says, lol, you see that, Daffy? He says, if you clarify that, would actually agree with you. But that's what I was trying to say, Gray. You know, I don't think that clarifying it, like spelling it out for everyone is necessary because I feel like it's almost common sense. Like, I'm not going to sit here and live in a pity party and be like, oh, I'm depressed, guys. Chat, I'm depressed. I'm depressed. What I'm going to do to solve that problem of depression is go out and create. If you haven't noticed, whenever you're depressed, if you start making something or building something, doing something, writing, whatever your passion is, right? If you start doing that passion, you'll forget that you're depressed and you'll start to feel normal and good again. But the problem is that the true problem is that a lot of people don't have any passions. That's what the problem is. So they're unable to get out of their depression because they don't know who they are. They haven't spent enough time figuring out what they like, what they enjoy. They are just kind of floating through life. And if you're floating through life with no passions, no joy, no hobbies, nothing, then it's going to be very hard for you to get out of depression, because how do you get out of depression if you have nothing else to focus on? So essentially what I'm saying, let me simplify here, is you need to shift your focus away from your pity party and focus on creating something that you really enjoy, right? And I just think that a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people, they're just, either they want sympathy from other people, so they focus on themselves, or they simply just don't have anything to do to solve the problem. He says, that's why you play Ark, Lamau. Well, that's escapism, right, Daffy? And I told you guys that Rob, Isabel, Kanai, a few of the guys, when they were saying all of that stuff about Scott being depressed, that's when they really got me. They got me because they were saying the same stuff that I've said to other people. So then I was thinking to myself, like, damn, maybe I am depressed, because why am I playing Ark Raiders every single day? Why am I not focused on making money? Why am I not focused on creating stuff? Why am I not focused on growing? Why am I not focused on finding out what my passions are? Like, I'm essentially trying to escape reality by playing this stupid game that I'm not even good at, right? And the thing is, it creates a negative feedback loop, because I wasn't even good at the game. Like, if I was cracked at the game, chat, that would be a different scenario. Like, okay, he's escaping reality, but at least he's fucking good. But I'm escaping reality into another reality where I suck as well. So if I was feeling sad because I wasn't making it in the real world and I was having a tough time, me trying to escape into Ark Raiders wasn't making it better. It was making it worse. I was getting even more depressed, because now I had two realities to escape, right? I had the real reality that I was trying to escape, and then I had the reality of Ark Raiders where I sucked that I was trying to escape. He says, so Animal Crossing stream soon? I mean, we'll still play Ark Raiders occasionally, Daffy, but I'm not going to focus on it too much because I'm just not good at it. Love you, baby. And she's asleep. Well, I got to hold her for at least 10 to 15 minutes after she falls asleep, or she'll wake up. I already know that trick. You think I don't know about babies? I know everything. I'm a baby expert. I know how to make them too.
Why not?
No. I taught you how to make them. Yeah, I taught you how to make them. Without me, you don't know how to make them. But yeah, Rob Roberts said that having a baby, taking care of it was going to be so hard. It's really not that hard, chat. You just shake it a little bit, give it food. What else do? You shake it, you give it food. It's like one of those, it's like a Bop It. How was the Bop It song? Shake it, bop it, flip it, rock it. It's easy. Yeah, I'm going to go back to my desk in a second. I love you too, baby. Drive safe and have a good work day. Hope you feel better. He says, bro turned his weak pullout game into a flex. I mean, it is a flex though, Daffy. It is a flex, bro. All I know is that in order to fix your depression, guys, look, you know why people suffer from depression so much? And I promise you, back in ancient times, people probably didn't even have depression like they have now. You know, back in olden days, in the fucking 19th century, 18th century, 17th century, if you had depression, they thought you were crazy. Because everybody was fulfilling their role, bro. Or they were just so hungry and so tired and so exhausted from work that they didn't have time to think about being depressed. The reason that you have time to think about being depressed is because you're not doing anything at all. You're literally being an NPC. I strongly believe that only NPCs suffer from depression. He says L reflexes in arc and L reflexes in the bed. Oh no, Daffy, in the bed she tricked me. She tricked me. I really wasn't intending on having a kid this year, chat. We had long conversations about this, and I told Bailey multiple times that I was not planning on having kids so soon. But she tricked me one day on Valentine's Day. She was like, oh, you don't love me because you don't do this and don't do that. You won't bust a nut in me. This is such an inappropriate conversation. So I fell for the trick. I fell for the #1 gimmick trick. I fell for the #1 gimmick trick. He says, no way you fell for that. Yeah, I fell for it. Your boy Scott fell for it, bro. You know I'm naive, Daffy. You know I'm naive, bruh. So I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Turn this camera back on. Hopefully she sleeps the rest of the night or the rest of the stream, and we can have a good little talk. Also, again, shout outs to Rob for the idea about the camera. Let me just move it a little bit so I can get her in the center of the frame. Yo, Isabel, thank you for joining the stream. There we go. That was harder than I thought to get her in the center. Okay, let's put this mic back on. Okay, guys, W's in the fucking chat. Let's go. Glazer. Let's fucking go, chat. He says, you need a second phone so you can have the baby in winter cam. Oh, I definitely do. I hope she doesn't wake up, though, chat. I'm so glad we got to put her to sleep. Yo, Isabel, thank you for joining the stream. Okay, here we go. Before I continue, guys, I need everybody who's watching the stream to smash the like button. That's the only way the YouTube algorithm is going to pick up this stream, guys. I'm debating whether I should have the rocker on. But let me turn the rocker on because she's going to wake up. She might wake up with the rockers off. Let me turn the rocker on because that will keep her sleeping longer. Y'all gonna be like, Scott is an L parent. I'm just hoping she sleeps the rest of the stream, at least until 9 o'clock, so that we can have a good one, chat. Okay. So back to what I was saying, guys. Tonight, also, one more thing. Shout out to Rob Roberts. Rob Roberts came in clutch with the idea of having the baby cam. So I want to say shout outs to him. I appreciate it, bro. Because I have completely no idea. I'm not an original person whatsoever. And for some reason, I'm incapable of coming up with ideas. So I do appreciate Rob Roberts coming in clutch with the idea of putting in the baby cam. What I wanted to say here, chat, was that depression. And I'm just going to start this up from the top, right? What is depression? Depression is simply the universe reality, your body, nature, telling you that you're not using your energy, your personal energy, that divine spark. I don't even believe in God, but I do think that there is something maybe bigger than us. And it's just you not using that spark, the creative spark that all human beings are born with. You're not using it. And it's your body and nature telling you, bro, wake up and you need to get to work, right? Stop being a consumer. You know, the problem that we have faced nowadays in the 21st century is that we're all being forced to become consumers, or at least most people are. I mean, most people don't create, chat. I can count on my hand the amount of people that I know that actually create stuff, create content, create art, that write, that build stuff, that have a hobby that actually gives something back to the community or to society. Very few people do that. Most people just consume. They consume media all day long. They sit in their underwear, consuming different types of media, right? Pivoting from music to art to movies to pornography, all of the stuff that's going to give you complete brain rot. And if you spend enough time doing that, you're going to lose yourself and you're going to become more and more depressed, right? That's the problem. That's just, you know, if I wanted to summarize my whole takeaway on this depression topic, that would be my takeaway. My takeaway is that if you use your time adequately, if you really tap into that creative spark that you have in you and you start to build, you start to make your own art, you start to make your own content, you'll find out pretty quickly that you're not going to be depressed anymore. Every time I started to feel down, I sat back and I thought to myself, what can I do to make myself happy again? What do I need to do to make myself happy again? And every single time, the answer has always been start creating. Whether it is writing a book, whether it's drawing, whether it's making thumbnails in Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator, whether it's taking photographs of random things and just, you know, making art out of it, whether it's coming on here and making videos, right? That's the only way you're going to escape your depression, by creating. Sulking and talking about depression and focusing on how sad you are and how nothing is going right for you and all of, you know, all of the whining, that is never going to get you out of the depression whatsoever. You'll never be able to break loose. You'll never be able to escape that problem. And in the 21st century, people have forgotten the pleasure, the joy that giving back to the community in a creative way provides. I also think that a lot of people never get the opportunity to find out what their creative spark is there for. Right? We live in a society where you're almost never bored. Think about it, chat. When was the last time you were truly bored? You were truly bored. You had nothing to look at, nothing to see. For me, I mean, honestly, I get bored because I do focus on trying to create. I do focus on trying to do my own thing. But if I were not doing my own thing, if I just sat around consuming content, I would never be bored. It's impossible to be bored in the 21st century. In the big 2026, it's impossible to be bored. There's always something to do. I remember, and I know the people who are in my age group also probably remember this. I remember back in the day when boredom really existed. There was an era where there was no cell phone, there were no video games, there were no TV shows, there was nothing. It was just you, and if you had some friends, maybe you could get together with your friends, and either you could all be bored together, or you could come up with something fun to do. You were the content. And that environment forces you to become creative. That environment forces you to think out of the box. That environment forces you to come up with new ideas, to innovate. The problem we have nowadays is because there's no boredom, because there's no time for you to just be in your own thoughts, it's very hard for people to become creative. Most people are not creative because they don't have the opportunity to ever flex that muscle. Am I making sense, or am I just yapping into the ether, chat? I feel like I'm just yapping to myself. And I know maybe this is not the stream that you guys were anticipating having tonight. I know that a lot of my audience loves the drama, loves the beefs, loves the negativity. Guys, there will be, I'm a human being. I just want to, come into 2026 with some positive vibes. And I guess we'll see how that goes. But I just feel like I can feel the energy, and I just feel like maybe it's not being reciprocated. So you guys let me know. Am I cooking right now, or am I out of am I cooked? Am I cooking or am I cooked? That's the question. Is this more boring than the call we had with Contents Universe a day ago? He says, is stay positive for the rest of the year. I agree with you. I mean, shit, I'm trying to just bring some positive vibes. Don't get me wrong. I'll slip up more sooner or later. I'm sure I'll talk about some controversial things eventually, but I want to at least provide some sort of value to the viewers, especially if I'm not going to be streaming that often. So I want to just lock in on topics and talk about them, guys, but I don't want to sit here and talk. I don't want to preach to you guys what I'm trying to say. And right now, this conversation is feeling very preachy because nobody's saying anything in the chat. So I don't know if they agree with me, if they disagree with me, if I'm just talking to myself. Am I crazy? Am I not crazy? The whole purpose of building a community is to build meaningful connections, right? I don't want this to feel preachy. I don't want to be trying to indoctrinate you guys as viewers. I'm trying to build a community. So I'm kind of hoping to get some active feedback on what we're talking about. Am I crazy? He says, it makes sense, but yapping to a degree. I mean, it is yapping though, can I? I am yapping, but I'm just trying to yap about something positive. He says, it's very hard for me to take your advice, Scott, because you don't believe in depression. But Isabel, I just explained what I meant by that. When I said I don't believe in depression, what I mean is I don't believe in the concept of a person wallowing in their sorrows and acting like there's no escape from it. That's what I meant. Everybody gets sad. You guys think I don't get sad sometimes? I get sad, but I realize when I get sad that there's ample opportunity for me to escape that mindset, and I don't wallow in it. Heck, right now during this stream, I started to get sad. I'm looking at the chat. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on with my chat? He says, with social media and shit, there isn't as much human creativity. Kanai, they're trying to stomp out. And when I say they, I don't know if there's really a they. I guess culture, right? Society, the combination of everyone, the collective is essentially stomping out human creativity, especially now that we have AI. And maybe I'm being a hypocrite on this topic because I used AI to create some of my thumbnails, and I got called out today, ironically, about it. They said, yo, this guy, he's using AI to generate the thumbnails. So maybe I am part of the problem, but that's where we are in 2025, 2026, right? My thing is that, heck, you can't allow society to stomp it out. Go figure out what you can do. Just because AI creates art doesn't mean you as an artist don't need to give up and just stop creating art because AI took your role. Figure out some new innovative process you can implement with the art that you create. My point though is you can't just sit around and be sad all the time. Sorry for yourself. Look at me. I'm a software engineer. I got laid off. Many companies are hiring less and less engineers because of AI. And you don't see me sitting back and crying about it, do you? No. I'm going to go out. I'm going to figure out what I need to do to solve the problem and find a new job, whether it be in tech or something else. He says, you're not the problem, Scott. He says, to a degree, we are all part of the problem. Us being lazy is why time's rapidly changing. Well, that's the problem, Kanai. We are inherently, I've always said it, human beings are inherently lazy. He says, sadness and depression are not the same, but I understand what you're saying. Don't let something negative consume you. Isabel, I would say that the only true depression is if you have an actual chemical imbalance in your brain, right? And if you actually have a chemical imbalance in your brain that's causing you to be chronically depressed, there's medication for that. But I really don't even know if I'd have to really see it to believe it, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that wander around the earth saying that they're depressed and blah, 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 blah. And come to find out they're just sad. He says, Rick talking about the stream from yesterday and getting called out right now. Is he live doing that right now, Daffy? Let me see what he's saying. Give me a second, chat. Let's see what he's saying. Because last night's stream pissed me the fuck off. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm not a Karen. I'm not trying to be a Karen. But honestly, when I jumped into that stream and I saw that Rick was talking to little tiny kids and saying some crazy shit to them, it really did kind of rub me the wrong way. I'm not even gonna lie. Yo, how many people are in the stream right now? Guys, if you're in the stream, drop a W in the chat. YouTube is bugging. YouTube is bugging. Drop a W in the chat if you're in the stream right now. Let's see what he's doing. Let's see what he's saying.
I'm tired of performing for y'all niggas, bro. I'm just finna be myself, nigga. Like I'm just finna be myself, bro. I'm really not gonna be like titling stuff, crazy stuff. You either join or not, for real. Children do not smoke. Exactly, bro. That's getting pinned. That's getting pinned. That's most definitely getting pinned. Chat. I react.
Did I miss it?
Okay, I'm reacting.
Okay, I missed it.
I'm reacting, bro. What I'm tired of funniest race medicine, chat. All I'm telling, bro,
Okay.
please. I'm gonna give you another chance, bro. Like my forehead ain't
Because it's a crazy red.
in the bank account. In the bank account. Yeah, it's in the bank account.
Okay, I want to see what he
freaking
said.
Bullet holes in his freaking face, bro. Goddamn bullet holes in the freaking face. Y'all see this woman, bro?
Okay, I'm skipping this.
Hold on.
Here.
W's. Alright. Hold on.
This is the part, right?
Hold on. What's this? That one friend who doesn't not.
No.
Gang. Oh, neighbor.
Okay, let's see what he has
My
to say.
forehead, bro. Like my forehead ain't even that big. What the freak wrong with y'all niggas, bro? Sup? What to do, huh? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I gotta finish this.
Oh my god, bro.
Is that like?
This is so brain rot.
Amazing word gumbo.
So much brain
Or
rot.
what? All I want for Christmas is you. Sound good. I'm supposed to be addressing the issue. Yo, who is this nigga? Model on his hair.
going,
He
keep
has a
going.
motel. A hotel. Please. I'm gonna give you another chance to roast. All right. Let's go here. So listen. So yesterday.
Okay, here's this. This is what I'm talking about.
I had told this kid that he should not be smoking a vape. He should be actually, when he gets old enough, 21, to hit the blunt. Alright?
First of all, why are you talking to kids, bro? That's weird. That's weird. Look, when I'm on Monkey app, occasionally we'll get a kid and I'll joke around, but I won't say anything inappropriate. This is an inappropriate conversation.
Now listen, if y'all look on this goddamn YouTube, not YouTube, but look on Google, is weed a medicine? Yes, weed is a cannabis medicine. It is used to variously symptoms, chronic pain, nausea,
L reader, by the way. You guys say I'm an L reader? Jesus Christ, dude. Who watches this? How old do you have to be to watch this kind of content? Seriously. Like, I don't see the allure. He's super performative, super immature. Like, this is brain rot.
chemotherapy, muscle spasms, all of that. It's a goddamn medicine, chat.
And he's yelling. Stop yelling.
All I'm telling him to do is to do something that's actually gonna help him out. He don't even have to hit the blunt, chat. He can freaking do like an edible or something. You know what I mean? Like he just needs to stop smoking, bro. That was the thing. Now listen, I'm sorry. If y'all want to if y'all tell me I'm wrong, I'm sorry for hurting y'all niggas' feelings, bro. I did not mean to hurt y'all feelings, bro. Y'all niggas, I actually thank y'all for pouring y'all's everlasting hearts out in this freaking Discord about this weed and everything, bro.
That's the least of the problems. Do you guys want to see the clip that was actually, I found slightly disturbing? I'll show you guys the clip really quick, chat. This is why I changed my mind about wanting to collaborate with this guy. Because the content this is non-tent. It's non-tent. Here. This is the section of the clip that I thought was inappropriate.
Bro,
You guys tell me, chat. You guys tell me, what would you say to me if I was on Monkey App talking to a kid that looked like this?
You don't have to have a big forehead. You have a 5 head. You thought that was funny?
What would you guys do if I was
Do I got a 5 head, bro?
on Monkey App having long ass conversations with little kids and watching the conversation gets inappropriate?
Chat talking about I got a 5 head. Do I really got a 5 head, bro? Keep it a buck.
Wait, you streaming?
Yeah, sell to the stream.
Oh, what's up? Yeah.
W
I think
man.
I've seen you before, though.
You seen me before? Does this sound?
I thought I did.
Where you see me from? The freak is that laugh. You sound like a dying donkey. Yo, James. What the freak wrong with them, bro? Hey, look. What's your name, bro?
Bruh, that's a kid, bro.
Riz. My name Rick. Rick and Riz.
Yo, grooming. Yo, chat. I don't want to say it. I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but it's giving grooming. Is it not giving grooming? It's giving, yo, come into my white unmarked van. I've got candy. That's what it's giving.
Yo, that's wild.
This
Chat doesn't like little kid combos.
White is all get out, dude. So I have to know, what is your darkest secret, bro?
What is your darkest secret, bro? Like, is this guy mentally ill? We haven't even, by the way, we haven't even got to the controversial part, but even this is ridiculous. What is your deepest secret, bro? You're talking to a 5-year-old, dude. My boy. You're talking to a 5-year-old. How is this appropriate? He says, weird question to ask a kid. Can I? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, the fuck? He says he's claiming he a therapist. A therapist, or Daffy, remove the before therapist. Remove the first 3 letters of therapist.
Just let me know, gang. Just go ahead and tell me, bro.
Remove the first 3 letters of therapist. What is left? I'm just saying. You don't need to be a rocket scientist. I'm just saying. Completely inappropriate.
Safe space.
My darkest secret?
Yeah. You vape.
Look at his face, chat. Yo, he looking like It the Clown, bro. What is this, chat? Homie looking like the black It the Clown. Oh my god. Oh my god, chat.
Mama! Hey, now that boy, okay, that boy gangster. You vape without your parents knowing. Okay then. Hey, y'all saying L vape, bro, but like, to be honest, you gotta have some balls to vape without your parents knowing, gang. Like, in your house too. That's kind of wild, dude. What made you vape?
My friends.
Just like peer pressure on some, or no?
Somebody needs to clip this up and post it on LSF, man.
Nah. I just thought it was cool.
Okay then, nigga. Okay, but look though. All I want to know is, you're vaping, right? Do you have like the what's it called? The motive to quit if you want to quit?
Yeah. It's easy.
So you think you'd be like, bro, I'm done vaping?
Yo, Royalty, thank you for joining the stream. Royalty, we're watching a clip from last night's Rick stream. Last night, you guys know I don't stream on whatever day yesterday was, Tuesdays. So I was bored, right? I'm out here. I was taking notes. I took some notes for tonight's stream about things I want to talk about, right? And I decided to stop by Rick's stream last night, right? And when I got into Rick's stream, I literally saw him pull up in a white van that said candy on the side. And it just rubbed me the wrong way. Some of the things he was saying, some of the conversations he was having with these little itty bitty kids, it just rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, bro, this, are we sure this guy ain't grooming? Yo, Royalty, thank you for joining the stream. If I didn't say that already. Dragonite, thank you for joining the stream. Is this some sort of grooming? He has the Super Mario children's shirt on. He has the Cookie Monster pajama pants on. Like, this has to be some sort of Arrested Development, bro. There's no way this is normal. Can you guys imagine if I came on here and I was just jumping around acting like a kid and I had kid clothing on and I was talking to kids inappropriately at that? He says, Rick, not like us. Rick, not like us. Like, for real, bro. He says, God, baby Jesus, save this chat. We love you. I just want to know. And by the way, Dragonite, thank you for becoming a member. I just want to know, in what universe is this acceptable, bro?
I'm done. You just cut it out.
He says, what the fuck is this stream title? Vin, thank you for joining the stream. The stream title from tonight. Tonight, the first topic we were going to talk about, that we did talk about a little bit, was depression.
All right, shoot. Hey, you got my word then, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Look, when you get at least like...
He said my nigga to a little tiny 10-year-old, bro.
21, nigga, just cut the vapes out, bro. Go straight to weed or something, nigga. Get high.
Somebody clip this chat. Did you guys hear that?
Mama!
Homie said, cut the vapes, get high. Roll that back.
Okay, then. Nigga. Okay, but look though. All I want to know is, you're vaping, right? Do you have the...
Yeah, it's easy.
So you think you'd be like, bro, I'm done vaping, I'm done, and you just cut it out?
Yeah.
All right, shoot. Hey, you got my word then, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Look.
Okay, this part, chat. Somebody clip this part. I need my clippers. Guys, I need you to have your hands ready, chat. Have those hands ready. I need you guys to clip this part right here, chat. I need everybody. I need my clippers ready, chat. I need y'all to clip this ASAP.
When you get at least like 21, nigga, just cut the vapes out, bro. Go straight to weed or something, nigga. Get high.
This does got something.
You got some THC in there?
It does. Huh?
You got some THC in there?
Yeah.
Okay then. Okay then. That boy get high too. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Your eyes a little low too. I ain't gonna lie.
This shit, I ain't gonna lie. If we clip this and put it on LSF, he'll get dragged, bro. And like in the chat, his chat is going crazy. His chat says, bro, he's 14. Hey, yo, he a kid. Rick. Oh, that was Daffy saying, hey, yo, he a kid. Thank you, Daffy. Daffy might be like the only voice of reason in Rick's chat. First of all, Daffy, I got a question for you, dude. How did you find Rick's stream? Maybe I should start there. How did you stumble onto Rick's stream?
Okay, yeah, you throw. But look, nigga, you just helped me out. You just crossed out white off my list, bro.
Oh, check this part out. Check this part out, chat. Oh my God. This was the icing on the cake. This part was the icing on the fucking cake, chat.
I have is Asian, Hispanic, and Indians, bro. Indians gonna be hard to find, bro. Have you seen some Indians today?
Huh?
Have you? He hot in the ball freaker. Have you seen some Indians today?
Yes.
Okay, bet. So it's not gonna be that hard.
Okay, now watch this part, chat. It gets worse.
They weird too.
They weird?
They weird.
What they be
Yes.
doing? Oh no! All right, bro. Hey, safety gang, safety, bro. Hey, love, bro. Peace, love, and Christ. W's. Chat.
This stream, I was watching a little bit of it. It's unbearable. I don't know how you can sit down and watch as a grown man. James Grander, thank you for joining the stream. He says, Rick in here. Rick's in here? No, he's not. Or is he? I don't even know. All I know is that as a grown man, I would think that it's unbearable to watch such an immature display of attention. He says, PDF file, Rick sex offender. I was just sitting there. I genuinely wasn't trying to hate on him, chat. I was just bored and I was like, let me see what he's doing. Let me see what his stream is up to. Because I saw he had like 22 people in there. I was like, let me see what they're up to. I clicked on it and I instantly felt sick to my stomach watching this. I was like, what grown adult can watch this? It's unbearable. It's unbearable, bro. It was so immature. It was so PDF file coded. Like, I don't know what to say. And it's not me trying to rag on him. It's not me trying to be a hater. I'm not trying to sneak this. I just think that if you seriously want to make a name for yourself, this is not the way, brother. This is not the way. You're going crazy, man. This shit is ridiculous, dude. I was sitting there thinking to myself, this is ridiculous. What grown man is going to be able to sit here and watch this stream? Because this shit is inappropriate as hell. You're in here talking to little tiny kids about smoking weed, telling them to just get high. And, you know, he tried to add the caveat of, oh, when you're 21. But we all know, bro, do you think that kid is going to listen? He heard the part about when you're 21? No, bro. And you know that. You just did that to have plausible deniability. This shit is inappropriate as hell. He says he's not being verbally inappropriate, but mental wise, yep. I think, Royalty, that if I were doing that, you guys would hold my feet to the fire, bro. If that was me on Monkey App, I mean, fuck. You guys get on me when I just make fun of a kid's hair on Monkey App. Imagine if I was talking like that to a kid, talking about, oh, just get high when you're 21. And like, just, it's grooming behavior, bro. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. That's what it is. It's grooming behavior. The whole stream is not age appropriate. Like, who is your demographic that you're going after? Because it's definitely not grown-ups. It's definitely not adults. You're aiming towards a target demographic of 15-year-olds, which is crazy. Daffy says, of course we would call you out. I mean, shit, they call me out when I'm not doing anything inappropriate. So imagine, man. I would get roasted. You guys would cook me alive. If I were on Monkey App talking to kids, even casually, you guys would cook me alive. And this guy's on there talking about getting high, talking about this, talking about that, asking them their deepest secrets, all this weird shit. Like, bro, that's not appropriate at all for a kid, bro. That kid is literally a middle schooler. Like, this is not appropriate material for a child. He says, but Rick acting like he's slow, so he getting away with it. I mean, is he acting like he's slow or is he slow? He says, he was in your stream. Well, he was in my stream. Good, bet. I'm just spitting facts, bro. I'm just spitting facts. Like, you're not gonna catch me on Monkey App talking to little children. I just think it's weird. I think it's super weird. He says, I've been through worse at 8. My uncle touched me. What was your uncle's name? Rick Streams? Mama! Okay, now I'm throwing dust. He says, I think he is slow, to be honest. I mean, shit. Daffy, the thing is, oh, bro, I don't know what he's trying to accomplish, bro. All I know, chat, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say on this topic before we move on, is that I genuinely wanted to see this nigga succeed. He says, here comes Scott laughing. Royalty. I genuinely wanted to see this nigga succeed, bro. One of the few times I met somebody on the internet and I said, yo, I want to see this guy succeed. But the more I look into it, I think, yo, this guy is squandering his opportunity. Like, why the fuck is a guy like this blowing up and I can't blow up? Squandering his opportunity at success by acting like you're a kid. Like, can you imagine being a grown ass man? You're forcing yourself every single day to come on here and act like you're 13. Unless you have arrested development or some sort of mental disability, I don't see the allure of that type of content. Am I hating right now? Maybe I am. Am I being a hater? Guys, drop a W in the chat if you agree with me. And if I'm being a hater, drop an L in the chat. Because I need to know, chat. I need to know if I'm the person who's fucked up in the head. You know? All I know is I genuinely went into the stream with good intentions, hoping to see something entertaining. I had my notepad with me. I was like, yo, maybe something will happen on this stream. I'll take a note. Maybe I'll learn something tonight, right? Maybe I'll learn something tonight. Because for some reason, I can't even get 10 people in here, chat. Now that I'm not streaming every single day, I'm starting to get scared. I might have to go back to streaming every single night. I don't want to, but I might have to do it. Because I don't know. Viewership is down. Tonight we need to get this shit popping tonight. You're right. Jess looks bad because you're gassing him up and now shitting on him. Well, I'm shitting on him because he did something shitty. Or am I crazy? Was that not shitty? And that's just one clip, bro. There's more. I'm not trying to be a Karen, but I'm just saying like the double standard is crazy because when I saw only 1 or 2 people in his chat called him out for that shit. Most of the people were just not doing anything. I mean, I guess it's because most of the people are kids, but that proves my point. Why is your audience mostly kids? You're a grown ass man. He says, can we check out his reaction to what was just said? Sure. Let's see. Let's see. Let's roll it back.
Mexican jokes on the side. We're gonna go like, here, what did you talk? I might go, oh, go back. Not this. I'm a screen. Oh my, he was in, please. Can I see the kid about? Who is Adin? Christ.
Oh, okay. Here.
I'm looking for something, all right? Now listen.
Let's see.
I thought it was a good idea to dox myself. Now y'all, pay attention to me and let me find this. There it is right here. All right? Not to look.
Oh my God, he doesn't know how to spell Scott. Who snitched on me?
Let me hop on the phone with Scotty, bro.
Scott Leonard reacting to your videos. Oh, shit, okay. Oh, that was Daffy saying, hey, yo, he a kid. Thank you, Daffy. Daffy might be like the only he sucked his teeth instantly.
What do you gotta say, Chad?
How did you find Rick's stream?
Don't worry about that.
Maybe I should start there. How did you stumble onto Rick's stream?
Don't worry about all that. Just know he there. You throw. But look, nigga, you just helped me out. You just crossed out white off my list, bro.
Oh, check this part out. Check this part out, chat. Oh my God.
Yeah, chat. Let's check it out.
This part was the icing on the fucking cake.
Icing on the cake, chat. Asian, Hispanic, and Indians, bro. Indians gonna be hard to find, bro. Have you seen some Indians today? Huh? Have you? He hiding a ball freaker.
Damn, look at my face. I'm so serious.
Okay.
It says drama incoming. Okay, now watch this part, chat. It gets worse.
Y'all watch this part. It gets worse. It gets worse, chat. It gets worse. It gets worse.
Look at my face. I have a real concerned face. He says black people are compromised by the Jews. They're all homosexual.
Yeah, watch that part. It gets worse.
I was watching a little bit of it. It's unbearable.
It's unbearable, chat.
You can sit down and watch us as a grown man. James Grander, thank you for joining the stream. He says, Rich,
chat, y'all see how fake bro is? That's crazy, chat. That's wild, bro. Like, dude is just give me advice. Now he talking about my streams unbearable. Chat, we ain't talking about nothing about it.
He got in his feelings, chat.
We about to be ranking.
That's kind of funny. Like, nigga, you did some inappropriate shit. Robert World says, call. I ain't calling that nigga. Make him call me. All I know is that, nigga, that's not a sneak diss. It's just me giving my honest opinion. Call him on Discord. Scott's fake. Nothing new. Oh my God. He's another gay streamer. Plus, I don't have him on Discord. He never added me. That's the other thing. Homie never added me as a friend. He says, nah, call him would be peak. This nigga, let me see if he'll even respond back to my message. I don't think he never added me, I don't think. Contents universe, What's his username on Discord? Rick here. Let's see here. He says, okay, so I said, yo, I wasn't being fake. I was just calling out what I saw last night. Want to hop on a call? Let's see if he actually responds back, but I don't think he's going to. We'll see. If he responds back, I'll jump on a call with him. He says, you can call without adding. You can call him, I think. He says, be nice. I mean, shit, I don't want to be the person calling. I messaged him already. Am I supposed to beg him to jump on my call? He says, I'm going to go over and tell him. Tell him I messaged him, and if he wants to jump on a call, I'll jump on the call. We can talk about it. We can hash it out, but I ain't gonna spend like hours and hours talking and trying to convince this nigga. This was only a small portion of my stream, guys. This is not the main segment. I just thought that should rub me the wrong way. That's all I'm saying. I saw it and it bothered me. It genuinely bothered me. Because I was like, yo, what is this guy doing, bro? He says, you should have hit him up first if y'all was cool. On the rise, we're not friends. There are no friends in this game, bro. I hate to say it, chat. I know that you guys, you know, as viewers, you guys probably want me to become friends with other people, you know? Let me spin the swing on really quick. And she's so spoiled. She starts to freak out if the swing is not swinging. He says, here he comes with no friends bullshit. But royalty is the truth. There are no friends in this game, bro. There are no friends in this game. I would be a fool to think that anybody's my friend that I just met on the internet. There are no friends in this game. Everybody's in it for themselves. He says, I ain't saying friends, but if you were trying to coach him, that was a coachable moment. That nigga didn't want to be coached on the rise. The day that we talked to him on the phone, first of all, he was high as fuck. I thought that was kind of disrespectful. I'm not even gonna lie. Bro, if somebody says, yo, man, tomorrow, let's have a Discord call and let's talk about YouTube content, right? And you decide to get high as fuck and then jump on, I don't got time for you. I'm sorry. No! I don't got time for you. You're not taking my time. You're not appreciating my time. And also, you know what? The truth is, who the fuck am I to even tell anybody any advice about YouTube at all? My YouTube channel is dead. I'm dead. I'm essentially dead. I'm working towards growing my channel. So at this point, I'm done trying to mentor anyone, man. You're on your own, buddy. And who knows? Maybe you will do better than me, you know? I honestly don't care at this point. I honestly don't care at this point, because what's the point of trying to mentor anyone? I need to mentor myself. He says, I fucking play 2 days with you of Among Us for your fucking channel. Someone with friends do shit like that. Oh my God, she's up. Damn, chat, I might have to grab her. I'm in a precarious situation here, chat. I'm in a precarious situation. He says, yeah, gonna be 15 years this Friday. Oh, congratulations, Isabel. He says, her husband cheats on her. Scott, you my nigga. Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna grab Octavia, chat. God damn, dude. I can't even have a decent conversation with my niggas. I don't know if she wants me to grab her or what she wants. Well, I should probably grab her because it's not good to just have her laying there by herself. He's probably going to fall asleep again. He says, okay, you're right. I'm going to fall back. He says, you discovering Isabel, not bothering her gang. Wait, who said that? Her husband cheats on her. Scott, you my nigga. I don't understand what that meant, but okay. W 15 years. And then Ava says, you discovering Isabel now. Stop bothering her gang. He says, okay, you're right. I'm going to fall back. Bless her, fam. I don't understand what that's even about. Yo, Amen sometimes be wilding. I ain't gonna lie, Amen. Sometimes you be wilding, bro. It's funny, though. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. Would you consider that a sneak diss? He says, W Octavia, she's so perfect. Well, I mean, she had perfect parents, right? Let me zoom out so you guys can see her. When you have perfect parents, that shit works out that way usually. Right, baby? He said, yeah. Kanai says, yes. You think that's a sneak diss? How is it, first of all, Kanai, how is it a sneak diss if I'm saying it on the internet? He says, the father has a few screws loose. Nah, I don't got screws loose. She's laughing, by the way. Yeah? You want to help daddy sneak this? You want to help daddy sneak this, baby? Yeah? He says, not a sneak this, but you definitely dissed him. I mean, I'm dissing him because, bro, he's acting weird, dude. He says, can we watch Conspiracy So Unwell Can All Understand Wind? What are you talking about, Ahmed? Can we watch Conspiracy So Unwell Can All Understand Wind? I don't know what that even means. Sometimes I'd be wondering, like, did this nigga get abducted by aliens or something? Because sometimes he be coming up with like the craziest things. I'm like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? He says, so we can unwind. Tonight, we're, other than the depression thing that I didn't get to go super deep in, now we got Isabel in here and we got Royalty. I just feel like it's all over the place, chat. They kind of missed the introduction to what we were talking about before we got on the Rick topic. He says, if Rick takes it like a diss, he's immature and not ready for streaming. But Royalty, I mean, shit, I would argue that he is immature. Unfortunately. Or maybe he's just playing a character, but the character, I don't know what the intention of the character is, because he's in there with fucking kids' pajamas on, hootering and hollering like a kid, and his audience is all kids. And he's talking to kids on Monkey. So what can I say to that, bro? I can't say shit. I'll just say that it's not my style. That's all. He says, he dodging you. Of course he's going to dodge me because he knows that I'm going to come in there with the fucking anvil, bro. And I'm not trying. I legitimately, guys, I did not go in there. I did not go in there to fucking sneak this or be negative. I literally just went in there to see what he was doing last night. That's all. He says, oh shit, On the Rise is in this bitch. Yeah, On the Rise is in here. He says the depression arc On the Rise. He says pretending he can't see chat. Look, like I said, and maybe I'm being fucking an asshole for bringing it up on stream, but I brought it up on stream because it was crazy. It was a crazy scenario. So I don't know, man. Honestly, I kind of don't even care. You know, like I said, there's plenty of content creators on this planet, and I'm not going to lose no sleep over it. I don't know if you guys are going to lose sleep over it, but I'm not losing sleep over it. That shit is PDF file coded as hell. That's all I'm going to say, chat. And if we clipped that clip, right? If I clipped that clip and posted it to LSF on Reddit, they would have a field day. They would have a field day. He's PDF affiliated. For real. Am I wrong though? Am I wrong? Guys, if I clip that and I post it to LSF, what do you think's going to happen? They're going to go crazy. But I don't have enough energy to do that. It says, it looks sus. It looks super sus, bro. It looks super sus. What's wrong, baby? Why'd you look at me like that? She looked at me with a face, chat, like, there's only one way to find out. I mean, I don't have the energy to do it, Daffy. I really kind of don't care either way. I just was pointing out something I saw, an observation. Let's leave it at that. Now, before we move on to the next topic, which is, I got a little bit of a playlist here, but I do want to talk a little bit about Maduro and Venezuela. We'll get into it in a second. I want to jump back on the depression shit really quick. Royalty. You know what? Let me just jump to the next topic. You guys don't care. You guys don't care, chat. Because I was already talking about this for the longest time and you guys don't. The chat died. Nobody was talking. So there's no point in me going back and beating a dead horse. There's no point in me going back and beating a depressed horse. He says, next topic, we'll talk about himself. Next topic is Scott Leonard. Yo, guys, you ever heard of this streamer, Scott Leonard? He says, the Piper OnlyFans shit is wild. Well, I wanted to talk about Lacey and the FaZe guys and the rent shit. I don't know if you guys saw that one. FaZe Lacey, I guess it's not FaZe Lazy anymore. I guess it's just Lacey. Lacey was complaining about having to pay the $15,000 in rent. And it's like, dude, are you dumb? You know, FaZe Clan was doing these guys a big solid. I don't care what anybody says. At least they were paying the fucking house for them, right? These guys were living rent-free, literally. They were living rent-free. And all FaZe Clan wanted was 20% of their income. And they left, and now they're worrying about paying the rent. Yeah, I realized that, Royalty. I was trying to talk about it, and the chat just dried up like a fucking woman going through menopause. The chat was drier than a fucking Sahara Desert. He says, Scott, you a fucking G, but you gotta humble you. But we gotta humble you, playa. Wait, but why do you guys have to humble? How you, Amen? How do you plan on humbling a god? Serious question. How do you guys plan on humbling a god? That's crazy. He says, nigga I'm about to eat some stupid sausage and seeds. Sausage and seeds? What the fuck? He says, if you gonna switch topics, Scott, watch the Trump clip in Discord and see this MFer tripping. He says, I have a type of depression, but that's because of loss. He says, sorry, I forgot your God. Thank you for, I just had to remind you really quick there, Ahmed. I just had to remind you really quick. So there's a Trump clip in the Discord. Let's see. Oh, the one that, oh, this one. I saw this earlier.
Is this the post that I was trying to find here? So Trump is up there and he is doing what he does. Is that right?
When you have policy so bad, when you have policy with men and women's sports, and she gets up and my wife, by the way, my wife hates.
I didn't find this that funny though, because Trump is always doing stuff like this. I didn't get what the point was, right? They acted like this was some sort of rare occurrence. Trump is always dancing. Trump is always saying funny stuff. That's the kind of guy he is. I have a better clip than this of Marco Rubio and Pete Hegseth, and they were acting like they were fucking gangsters from Scarface or some shit. I'll show you guys that one after this. It's a little bit longer, but it was funny.
When I do this, she said, you know, she's a very classy person, right? She said, it's so unpresidential.
This is the president is on stage complaining about his wife.
I said, but I did become president. You know, she hates when I dance. I said, everybody wants me to dance. Darling, it's not presidential. She actually said, could you imagine FDR dancing? She said that to me.
I don't know why Asmongold thought that joke was so funny. Yes, and FDR was a handicap. I get it. But it wasn't that funny. What are you doing, baby?
Oh my God.
And I said,
no.
There's a long history that perhaps she doesn't know. But he wouldn't be doing this.
That's a cripple joke?
Nor but she says, darling, please. The weightlifting is terrible. And I have to say that.
Yeah, Vin, it was supposed to be a laugh, dude.
She said, they don't like it. They're just being nice to you. I said, that's not right. The place goes crazy. They're screaming, dance, please. But the weightlifting. But no, the girl gets up. And you see, I want to be more, but I have somebody watching.
I mean, it was funny, but it's not that funny. Like, niggas are acting like this clip was hilarious. Like, you're glazing Trump at this point. It was funny, but it wasn't that funny. Trump does this kind of shit all the time. So I watched the clip and I thought to myself, like, why is everybody making such a big deal about this clip? I've seen him dancing before. I've seen him doing all kinds of funny shit. He says, why is Zach dying laughing? I don't know. He might be just playing it up for the stream, royalty, because it really wasn't that funny, bro.
Be more effusive. I want to really, yeah.
He might be playing it up for the stream. Yo, his teeth are disgusting.
But she gets it. Drops the thing, walks off the stage crying. Her mother's crying, her father's crying. Guy gets up. He said, have you lifted before? A little bit. And he walks up. Bing. He could have gone ding, 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 ding. It's crazy.
Can you imagine being a multimillionaire? Chat. Being a multimillionaire, you have all of the money. You have more money than fucking God, bro. And you still don't fix your teeth. You're still living in a disgusting house with rats, surrounded by garbage. Like, I don't understand Asmongold at all, bro. I can understand if you're a brokey and you're living like that, but if you have all that money, all that fame, and you're still living like that, it's crazy, bro. That's a mental issue, man. This guy has serious mental issues. He says, nah, bro. Scott, please stop saying you're the black Asmongold. That dude grosses me out. For real, dude. Look at his teeth.
He's complaining about his life, making jokes about people.
Scott still thinks money is life.
Then joking about women, and then making fun of.
I'm not saying that money is life. I'm just saying that if you have the money to improve yourself, your living standards, why don't you freaking do it? Why don't you do it? You're choosing to live in extreme poverty, like for no reason at all. You're unkept. Why are you living like that? That has to be a mental issue, bro. There's no other explanation. It's not even about money being, it's not even about money at this point. It's about just being fucking sanitary. Homie's unsanitary, bro.
Trans people all in 2 minutes. He's gonna say the N-word. It's gonna happen.
Also, why'd he go to the N-word? Out of all the things he could have said, the N-word? Really, my boy? Come on, bro. And don't get me wrong, I like Asmongold's takes. I think Asmongold, yes, baby? What's up? What are you saying? What are you saying, my love? What are you saying, baby? Say something. Say something, baby. You were just talking. Say something. Say something, baby. Say something. Say it. You're really not gonna say nothing? Octavia. Say something, baby. Damn, that's strange. When I'm not streaming and I'm just talking by myself, she always says a bunch of stuff. But now she's like not saying anything. He says, check the Brazilian drone clip, Scott. It's less than a minute. He says, Scott, do you watch Skeeter Jean videos? I've watched a few, Royalty, but those are, I feel like they're boring, and I feel like it's just not the kind of content I want to indulge in. Vincent says stuff, by the way. She does say stuff. She's camera shy. He says, that finger better be clean, sir. Oh, this is the finger I was scratching my asshole with this finger actually on the rise. John Wilson says sleep face. Fuck you, John Wilson. He says, Asmongold, the type of dude to show up at a dinner in sweats. He's the kind of dude to show up at the dinner with the same clothes he wore for the past week, Vin. Smelling like monkey ass. And I don't understand because he's very rich. He's very rich. There's no need for him to be living like that. There's no need for him to have rotten teeth, bro. How can you be rich and you have rotten teeth? Are you serious? You know, that's the use case I would say where you do need to have veneers. He should get veneers. What's up, baby? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? He says, remember when a hotel locked out Asmongold because they thought he was a hobo? I didn't see that clip, Daffy, but I believe it. Let's see what the Brazilian drone video that was mentioned to me is. Oh, this? I mean, that's cool, but it's not the first time I've seen this. I saw a drone exhibit that China put on that was way more sophisticated than this. Still kind of cool, but it's not like I'm not losing sleep over it. Like I said, it's cool, but it's not like it's not groundbreaking, it's not revolutionary or anything. Octavia, what's up? What's up, baby? You want daddy to walk around with you or something? Damn, streaming with a baby is hard as hell, he says. She's just big chilling. I'm gonna put her back in the rocker and see what happens. Why do you smell like candy? Okay, I put her in the rocker. Let's see what happens. I'm back on the baby cam. I'm probably gonna end at 8:30, guys, or 9, because damn. Unless she falls asleep, of course. He says, keep shitting on my vids, and I'm pulling up on Florida. Yo, I'm actually an L reader. I just realized that, chat. I'm such a fucking L reader. I'm such a fucking L reader. And I was looking at my own fucking screen. Now she's making noise. Okay. So there's a few clips that I wanted to react to. One of them is crazy, chat. This one, I think is this one. This one is fucking insane. It's a Young Turks video. So I know we've been talking about Venezuela. There was a video by the Young Turks. I don't know how many of you guys ever watched the Young Turks. Megyn Kelly slams Fox News Venezuela coverage, right? And they said some crazy shit in this fucking press conference, chat. Check this out.
To Fox News and see what their coverage is looking like.
There was a time when conquest was celebrated for God, for King, for glory, for Americans. There's no such thing as stolen land. There's no such thing as international law. There's only such thing as conquest. And if it serves Americans, then so be it. We rule the jungle. We are the lion. If you don't...
Homie said there is no such thing as fucking international law. There's no such thing as justice. There's no such thing as stolen land. Like they're going full war hawk here, chat.
Don't use it, you lose it. And that goes for Greenland, and it also goes for all the oil that Venezuela has. And Denmark better wise up. They should sell it to us, lease it to us, so we can run it together. Who cares? But we need it more than they do. Same with the oil.
America and the world is a safer, freer place. And this administration, they're making no apologies, nor should they.
In fact, taking Maduro into custody, I argue, was quintessentially MAGA.
Look, during this
crazy work, chat. So I just wanted to show you guys that little segment there because I thought that was crazy. I thought it was crazy because at this point, you know, back in the day, America used to pretend like they were the guys that were bringing in the freedom, the guys that were bringing in justice. But I think that now they got rid of that, bro. They don't even care. They're not even pulling their punches anymore. They're straight up telling you like, yo, we took this shit. Ain't nobody gonna stop us. What you're gonna do about it. And also, you know, I started thinking about this over the weekend. And none of it makes any sense. None of this makes any sense, chat. He says, sorry, Scott, I'm only here for the cradle cam. The cradle cam was Rob Roberts' idea, by the way. She's going crazy back there. Yo, baby, why are you jumping around? I feel like I'm being such a bad parent right now, chat. I almost am tempted to end the stream. I'll stay on for like 30 more minutes. Unless she falls asleep, of course. He says, W Octavia cam. I mean, she looks like she's having fun, but I don't know why. He says, we need Bay. I told Bailey to change her schedule. So she will have the noon till 8 p.m. schedule. So maybe I might start streaming at 8 p.m. instead of... I might start streaming at like 8 or 9 p.m. instead of 6:30 p.m., guys. Who knows? We might have to change the schedule. He says, farming baby for viewership is crazy work. Yo, HD Ram, somebody has to do it. He says, the problem is that Venezuelans expect that by taking Maduro out of power, they were changing the regime, but the U.S. doesn't want to be involved in that. They just want resources. Royalty, that's what I was about to say. Thank you for bringing me back on track. What I wanted to say is, they said that they took Maduro out because he was a narco trafficker, right? He was the head of a cartel. Do you not see that if they were really going after drugs and Maduro was really the head of a cartel, wouldn't they be going after the other members of the cartel as well? It makes no sense them taking out Maduro and then leaving the rest of the people there. Does it? That's how you know they're full of shit. That's literally how you know that they're full of shit. You know that they're full of shit because if they were really trying to take out a cartel, they would take out the cartel. They're not trying to take out a cartel at all. They just wanted to get Maduro and his wife out of the country because he knew that that he wasn't going to play ball. They knew that by getting Maduro out of the country, they would be able to reap the most. Give me a second here, chat. I'm struggling. What I wanted to say is that they knew that by getting Maduro out of the country, they would be able to reap the biggest reward. I actually feel kind of bad for Burger Planet. He wanna off himself. Can you stop talking about Burger Planet already, Amid? God damn it, bro. Jesus. He says, did y'all laugh at the Burger Planet I mentioned? Like, nigga, you've been talking about that for like 3 days. I don't know who Burger Planet is. God damn. Now the baby's gonna start crying. He says Trump needs the oil because BRICS is trying to move away from the dollar, so Trump needs the money for leverage. Exactly, on the rise. America has the petrodollar, and in order for us to remain competitive in the global market, all oil transactions need to be done through the dollar. And unfortunately for America, the Gulf, Venezuela, and a few other countries were trying to get away from that. So America had to come in and enforce the law because our dollar, if they stop using it to buy and sell oil, it will bring down the value of our currency. I might have to grab her again. She started crying because I yelled. Octavia, baby. Okay, I'm going to grab her, chat. I don't want to see her crying. And while I'm grabbing her, I'm going to play this video for you guys to explain a little bit more about this stupid cartel situation. I thought this was pretty interesting. It's another Young Turks video. I don't know. Today, I just went off watching the Young Turks.
The ones who ship the cocaine from Colombia to Mexico. Mexico trucks it in here. Yes, they are a crucial part of this. There's been indictment after indictment. This has to do with our country. The cocaine and meth and fentanyl, they're killing hundreds of thousands of Americans. This is our hemisphere, and we should be installing puppet governments throughout the region.
I'm not going to peddle the bull theories about how Venezuela is at the heart of our drug problems. Fentanyl comes.
She said we should be installing puppet governments. She said we should be installing puppet governments throughout the region. Does that even make any sense? Like, at this point, they don't even care anymore, chat. They're saying the quiet part out loud. And by the way, Super Cent, thank you for the $2 donation. They're saying the quiet part out loud. She said that America should be planting puppet governments throughout the region.
It's all from Mexico.
No, it's literally
not from China.
From the ingredients for the drug
Not anymore.
come from
Not
China.
anymore.
Well, on this week's episode of Her Take, Ann Coulter peddled the exact same Trump administration lies that the motivating factor in taking out Nicolas Maduro, the leader of Venezuela, was due to the fact that he was a part of a major drug trafficking operation, sending drugs to the United States, and she even tried to make us believe that Venezuela is behind the fentanyl epidemic, which literally no one is saying, including the Trump administration.
They're just saying whatever at this point, bro.
Unhinged. But Cenk, before I further debunk this big lie from not just Ann Coulter, but others who are defending what the Trump administration just did, what are your 2 cents?
Yeah, so look, if you don't know that this has nothing to do with drugs, you're a bit of a sucker. Sorry, but it's just true. And even people in the right-wing movement are at least being honest about it. Like,
you know, one thing in this video, they're going to talk about the Cartel de los Soles, I think. They're going to talk about the Cartel de los Soles. You guys already know that there was no cartel called Cartel de los Soles, right? We read about this already. There was an independent report by multiple news agencies that discovered that the Cartel de los Soles is just a slang. It's just a Venezuelan slang. There is no Cartel de los Soles.
including Megyn Kelly.
And they explain it pretty good in this video, so I wanted to play it.
And that's just us exerting our power. And half of them are saying good, or more than half are saying good, right? But it's interesting that Ann Coulter, who usually doesn't mind saying evil things, is still pretending it's about drugs. I'm kind of surprised by that.
Well, she also says good that we're taking their oil. We should, and use the ridiculous excuse that this is part of the Monroe Doctrine. I can't. I really can't. I mean, well, please don't insult our intelligence. Please, I'm begging you. Please don't insult our intelligence, especially when, as these lies are being told, Trump is simultaneously bragging about how we're taking their oil, we're taking their oil. This is all about the oil. What do I need from Rodriguez, Delcy Rodriguez, who is now the effective leader of Venezuela after the ouster of Nicolas Maduro? She needs to give me access to the oil and other things. That was a direct quote. Okay, please don't insult our intelligence. But anyway, as we told you weeks ago, the Cartel de los Soles, which Maduro was allegedly the head of, right, doesn't exist, and it appears that the DOJ has conceded as much.
You know, the crazy thing, the crazy thing is, you guys are a witness. We can go back to the very first day that America sent the aircraft carrier to the Caribbean. We had a stream where I looked up what were the claims against Venezuela and the Venezuelan administration. And I remember that it mentioned the Cartel de los Soles. So we Googled Cartel de los Soles to see what it was all about. And we literally found multiple reports saying that the Cartel de los Soles did not exist, right? So it took me 2 minutes of research to find that out. Literally, chat. The day we did the research on this topic, it took me 2 minutes, maybe even less than 2 minutes, to find out that the Cartel de los Soles did not exist. It's not a real thing. It never existed. It's just a Venezuelan slang. Cartel Fantasma, exactly. It took me literally 2 minutes to find that out. That's how stupid they think we are. They think that we're so stupid, and I guess they're right, because I guarantee you that 80% of the people don't know that that's not a real thing, because they're just too lazy to do the research.
because they have dropped that charge against Nicolas Maduro in their case against him.
Now they dropped the charge.
The Trump administration designated a Venezuelan, take a look at this headline. They designated a Venezuelan slang term for drug corruption in the military as a terrorist organization and said that Maduro led it. Now, Trump used that dubious claim to oust Maduro from power. The claim does trace back to 2020, a 2020 grand jury indictment specifically of Maduro that was drafted by Trump's Justice Department. The Treasury Department designated Cartel de los Soles as a terrorist organization after that. This was in July of last year, 2025, effectively copying language from the earlier indictment. And then in November, Secretary of State Marco Rubio ordered the State Department to do the same. But Cartel de los Soles, again, as the New York Times reported, is actually a slang term invented by the Venezuelan media dating back to the 1990s for officials who were corrupted by drug money. Right now, prosecutors still accuse Maduro of participating in a drug trafficking conspiracy, but they abandoned the claim that Cartel de los Soles was an actual organization. Instead, the revised indictment states that it refers to a patronage system and a culture of corruption fueled by drug money. Now, the old indictment refers
a culture of corruption fueled by drug money is so fucking stupid because almost every single country in Central America has a culture of corruption fueled by drug money. You can't just attack this guy and claim that he's some sort of drug kingpin and then say, oh, well, okay, the cartel doesn't exist. This cartel in question doesn't exist, but he's still a bad guy and he condones an environment of corruption that's fueled on drug money. The entire Central America under that logic is guilty.
32 times to Cartel de los Soles and describes Maduro as that cartel's leader. However, the new indictment mentions it only twice and says that he, like his predecessor, President Hugo Chavez, participated in, perpetuated, and protected this patronage system. Now, experts in Latin American crime and narcotics issues criticized other aspects of the indictment. So the indictment still has all sorts of problems. It's riddled with issues. For instance, they added the head of a Venezuelan prison gang called Tren de Aragua as a supposed co-conspirator of Maduro's. The connection described in the indictment is thin. It says only that the gang leader, in phone calls in 2019 with someone he thought was a Venezuelan official, offered escort services to protect drug shipments passing through Venezuela. Okay.
That's nothing.
Now, The Dissident, which is a fantastic content creator on Substack, for lack of a better word, they don't have bylines, so I don't know their names, but they do incredible reporting. They have a theory that the reason why the DOJ did this, partly the reason why they did this, is because the CIA was involved in trafficking drugs to Venezuela and they don't want that to come out. I'll give you the details of that in just a second. But first, Cenk.
Yeah. So if it was about drugs, then why did we let Juan Orlando Hernandez go? He's former president of Honduras, one of the biggest drug traffickers in human history, convicted in US courts. There's absolutely no question he did it. And Trump gave him a pardon. So if you were concerned about drugs, there is 0% chance you would let Hernandez go. So he's not concerned about drugs at all, not 1%.
I mean, if he was concerned about drugs, they wouldn't just take out the head of a cartel. They would be taking out the members systematically, just like how they did in Mexico with Escobar or El Chapo or any of them. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. This is all BS aside. You're doing a good job with Octavia on your own. WDAP. Thank you, On the Rise. He says, yes, J.W. Bush made crack. And Lord, it feels good. He says, you know what? I don't see any footage of the people from Venezuela being upset. That's not the point, Super Cent. You're missing the point, bro. Look, I wrote this down in my notes too. Both things can be true. Like, Maduro could be he's a horrible guy. He's a dictator, yes. He abused his people, yes. But it's also true that America's not going in there and taking him out just because of out of the goodness of their heart. They're not taking him out just because, oh, this guy's a drug dealer. No, this was a fucking oil grab. That's just the bottom line, bro. The bottom line is, yes, both things can be true. Maduro can be a bad guy, right? Maduro can be a bad guy, and America can be trying to steal their oil. Both things are true. What's not true is he's not the head of a fucking drug cartel, bro. No, I'd have to see hard evidence to prove that. What's up, baby? She's getting restless. And I'm getting restless too. Okay, baby. Daddy's gonna make some milk or something for you then, because you seem like you're getting restless. Yeah? You're wondering what daddy's doing, right? Check her diaper. No, it's not her diaper, Isabella. She's hungry, I think. He says, crack feels good, but it's not worth it. And this video we're watching right now, and by the way, I feel like I'm doing a shitty job at this stream. Baby, daddy's doing a horrible job at the stream, baby. You got daddy being a horrible streamer. Streamer. You need to sleep, my love. So daddy can do a better stream because the people want to have entertainment. He says, shut your cranky ass up, Scott. Super Cent, bro. I don't understand. Look, you can like Trump. Nobody's saying you can't like Trump, but you got to call a spade, bro. They're lying to you, man. They are lying to you, bro. They are lying to you. There is no cartel. There is no drug trafficking coming out of Venezuela. I mean, there might be a little bit, but it's not to the level that they're acting like. There is no cartel. This was all just to get Maduro and his wife out of the country because they knew that Maduro and his wife were going to be opposed to the idea of America going in there and taking the natural resources. That's all this comes down to. It's actually really not that complicated when you think about it. He says, they are lying to you. I don't see to them. Listen to them. No, they're lying to you, Super. They're lying to you. I haven't seen not even one shred of evidence at all that Maduro is tied to a cartel or to drugs. And I haven't seen any boats with drugs on them. If they had drugs, then you should have interdicted the votes and showed us the drugs. I haven't seen any drugs, and I haven't seen any proof. Look, they should have came up with a better excuse, man. This excuse is weak. This excuse is weak. They should have came up with a better excuse and said Maduro was abusing his people. He was having mass graves. He was killing civilians. They should have came up with a better excuse because this excuse is ass. He says, Scott, you got to realize Super is the biggest Trump supporter. He says, I don't see anybody from there upset, so I'm good with it. It doesn't matter if they're not upset, Super, because this is going to backfire on us. I promise you, we're not going to get that oil and those resources as easy as people are saying. Give me a second. Let me put the bottle in the bottle warmer really quick, chat. I promise you. Super. First of all, have you ever been to Central America? It's not going to be easy at all, bro. Even if Vice President Delcia agrees to the terms that they're giving her, there's still going to be extreme resistance in the country. Everybody in the country is going to resist America taking the resources. Yeah, they're happy about Maduro getting kicked out. Of course. Maduro was a bad guy. He was a dictator. But it doesn't mean they're going to give you their oil for free or for some cheap price. It doesn't mean they're going to let you send your companies in and raid them and take all their resources. Come on. It's not going to happen. We're going to go in there, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. We're going to go in there, and we're going to have to fight all of the people in that government, that regime. We're going to have to change the entire regime. And after you go in and fight the regime, there's going to be insurgent groups. There's going to be guerrilla warfare. It's going to be a mess. It's literally going to be a mess. And I'm not the only person saying this. There's literal professional analysts saying the exact same thing I'm saying to you right now. Anyways, in this video, they explain where the Cartel de los Soles name come from.
You're a total, utter sucker if you believe that line. And you'll believe anything. He could say, oh, I did it for the rabbits. And you'd be like, oh.
They're not going to do it, Kanai. Mark my words.
Right? So now on a lighter note, YTP Renewed wrote in a super chat on YouTube saying, if their quarrel were with cocaine, they'd go after Wall Street stockbrokers for driving demand for it in the first place, not whomever supplies it. Guys, if you cared about drugs, there's a million ways to tackle the drug epidemic, including by going after drug companies here in America that started the fentanyl problem in the first place.
Cocaine is not a problem. I mean, look, I'm sure there are people, likely people who are very affluent because cocaine is supposedly expensive, who have an addiction to cocaine. But in terms of the vast majority of overdose deaths in this country, it's overwhelmingly caused by fentanyl, overwhelmingly.
Yeah, and Venezuela has nothing to do with fentanyl. Okay, you got that now. Look, last two things from what Anna just said that are so hilarious. So in 2019, 6 years ago, one guy from Nicaragua called someone he thought was a Venezuelan official but was not. And that is why Maduro is working with Nicaragua. If I was on the jury and I heard that, I'd say, no, that proves he is not working with Nicaragua, because you literally have zero.
Can you imagine that by some turn of events, Maduro gets released? That would be fucked, chat. That would be America fumbling the bag. Because I keep trying to tell you guys, I'm not against Maduro losing power. That's not the problem here. You're missing the point. I think that there's not sufficient evidence on him, bro. I need to see what the evidence was.
Connections between that gang and the Venezuelan government, let alone Maduro at the top of that government.
Yep.
So this is a joke in every way imaginable. And Anna's right. Once you say, okay, well, Cartel de las Solas, most important thing in the world, and that's the Venezuelan cartel. And then you go, never mind, it's not a real cartel, it doesn't exist. Okay, you just told us the whole thing's a lie.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the CIA's involvement in trafficking drugs to Venezuela, by the way. So as the dissident reports, the Justice Department's decision to drop the Cartel de los Soles charge against Nicolas Maduro likely has to do with the fact that further investigation into the term Cartel de los Soles would expose the CIA's own involvement in drug trafficking. Now, the phrase Cartel of the Suns reportedly emerged in 1993 when two Venezuela National Guard generals, Anti-Narcotics Unit Chief Ramon Davila and his successor Orlando Hernandez Villegas were investigated for drug trafficking and related crimes. So as brigade commanders, each one of them actually wore like a sun insignia, which gave rise to this phrase, Cartel of the Sun. And then when division commanders who wore double suns were later accused of drug trafficking, the name evolved to Cartel de los Soles. However, further investigation into this case shows that Ramon Davila and Orlando Hernandez Villegas were being supported by the CIA when they were smuggling cocaine into the United States.
This whole thing is a joke, guys. This whole thing's a joke, man. You guys really want me to take this serious? You guys really want? I already knew from day one, chat, from before this whole situation, before people started complaining about this, I had already said, yo, I need to see some evidence because this whole thing is smelling weird to me. It's smelling weird to me. I haven't seen no proof. Guys, has anybody in here seen even one bag of cocaine? You know how normally when they interdict the boat and it has cocaine on it, they show you all the cocaine. They're like, oh, this is what we seized from this boat. I haven't seen not even one bag of cocaine so far, chat. I'm waiting to see the bags of cocaine. Where are the bags of cocaine at? Even Octavia saying, oh, where's the bags of cocaine? I know, baby. Tell him. Tell him, my love. Where's the cocaine at? I haven't seen shit. All I've seen is the government coming out and saying a bunch of stuff. Oh, yes, Venezuela has a cartel problem. Venezuela is trafficking drugs. Venezuela is doing this. Venezuela is doing that. And it's kind of funny that as soon as they got Maduro, they're not even talking about drugs no more. Do you hear them talking about drugs anymore, chat? Yo, chat. Super Cent. Are you watching the news? None of these people are mentioning drugs anymore at all. I haven't heard Trump talking about drugs anymore. I haven't heard Marco Rubio talking about drugs anymore. I haven't heard Pete Hegseth talking about drugs. Nobody's talking about drugs. They forgot about drugs. He says, it's a front to have an excuse to remove Maduro to get the oil. Exactly. No, I have not heard anybody mention drugs at all. They stopped the drug talk. Now it's just about the oil and the oil fields and the companies. That's all they're talking about. I've been watching the news all day. Yesterday, I watched the news all day, chat, so I could get really educated on what's going on. Look at this clip here. Forbes breaking news.
Well, there's a lot of operational details that can't be discussed publicly, obviously.
They're not talking about drugs anymore at all.
As we move forward, we'll describe our process, which is a threefold process in Venezuela. I've described it to them now. Step one is the stabilization of the country. We don't want it descending into chaos. Part of that stabilization, and the reason why we understand and believe that we have the strongest leverage possible, is our quarantine. As you've seen today, 2 more ships were seized. We are in the midst right now and, in fact, about to execute on a deal to take all the oil. They have oil that is stuck in Venezuela. They can't move it because of our quarantine and because it's sanctioned. We are going to take between 30 and 50 million barrels of oil. We're going to sell it in the marketplace at market rates, not at the discounts Venezuela was getting.
This is scummy as fuck, chat.
Handled in such a way that we will control how it is dispersed in a way that benefits the Venezuelan people, not...
Now that I'm rewatching this, it's feeling scummy as fuck. What's wrong, baby? It's feeling scummy as fuck. He sounds like a salesperson. Look, now that I'm rewatching this, it sounds scummy as fuck because the way he's talking about it, it sounds like it's a fucking chop shop. We got the country, we're cutting it up, we're gonna take the oil, we're selling it. He says we have a 3-point plan for the country. He doesn't mention drugs, not even one time. In this whole press conference, they don't mention drugs, not even one time. Not even one time. They forgot about the drugs. They're so excited about the robbery they're about to commit on the Venezuelan people that they forgot about the drugs, chat. They forgot about the drugs. They forgot that the reason they went in there and arrested the guy was because of drugs, because they're not even mentioning drugs no more. And I'm surprised no reporter said, yo, and what about the drug problem in Venezuela?
Corruption, not the regime. So we have a lot of leverage to move on the stabilization front. The second phase will be a phase that we call recovery, and that is ensuring that American, Western, and other companies have access to the Venezuelan market in a way that's fair. Also, at the same time, begin to create the process of reconciliation nationally within Venezuela.
The market? What market? The drug market? I thought they had a drug problem. What happened to the drugs?
So that the opposition forces can be amnestied and released. And
what happened to the drugs, chat?
Begin to rebuild civil society. And then the third phase, of course, will be one of transition. Some of this will overlap. I've described.
What about the phase where you take care of the drug problem? I thought there was drug traffickers in Venezuela. Where are the drug traffickers at? I guess they solved the drug problem, chat. There's no more drugs coming out of Venezuela, chat. It's done.
Describing your operation variously is that you're winging it, but there's no plan for Venezuela going forward.
Yeah, I know. They're going to say that. I used to be a senator too. That's what you always say when it's the other party. The bottom line is we've gone into great detail with them about the planning. We've described it to them. In fact, it's not just winging it. It's not just saying or speculating it's going to happen. It's already happening. Like the oil arrangement that we've made with PDVSA on their...
The oil arrangement. What about the drug arrangement? The problem got solved overnight, Kanai. There's no more drugs, bro. The cocaine flow stopped.
Those sanctions. This is tremendous leverage. We are exercising it in a positive way. The president described it last night. Secretary will have more to say on it today, who is involved in running this portfolio. And we feel very positive that not only will that generate...
They solved it, royalty. You didn't know that Maduro was making the drugs, producing the drugs, he was packing the drugs, and he was shipping the drugs all himself. That one man and his wife.
Why has the administration not taken Denmark's offer to discuss the situation in Greenland? And
it's such a joke, chat. This America is such a fucking joke.
I'll be meeting with them next week. We'll have those conversations with them then. And but I'm not having anything further to add to that
Can
today.
you clarify your comments to lawmakers? Does the U.S. intend to buy Greenland? Does the U.S. intend to buy Greenland? Can you clarify your comments to lawmakers this week?
Well, that's always been the president's intent from the very beginning. He said it very...
He says, if they got Maduro like nothing, do you think they ain't capable of offing the whole country? Do you know how much money that's going to cost to go to war with Venezuela? Even if it's easy to deal with?
That not only did Truman want to do it, but President Trump's been talking about this since his first term.
The White House put out a statement last night saying that the military option is on the table.
Lost a lot of weight.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. They said the military option is on the table. So is the administration really willing to risk the NATO alliance by potentially moving ahead with military operations?
What I think the White House said yesterday is what I will tell you now, and I've always said. The president always retained the option. Every president, not this president, every president always retains the option. I'm not talking about Greenland. I'm just talking about globally. If the president identifies a threat to the national security of the United States, every president retains the option to address it through military means. As a diplomat, which is what I am now, and what we work on, we always prefer to settle it in different ways. That included in Venezuela. We tried repeatedly to reach an outcome here that did not involve having to go in and grab an indicted drug trafficker.
Do you catch that, chat? He says, including Venezuela, we tried repeatedly to negotiate a deal that did not require us going in and arresting an indicted drug trafficker. How do you negotiate with drug dealers, bro? This is so much cap. I kind of feel disappointed that Supercent is buying this one, bro. What? Supercent, I get that you support the Trump administration, bro. I support some stuff that Trump does, and this is one thing I'm not going to support because it's bullshit. It's literally bullshit. How can you guys say that you want America first, and you want America to be great, and you want America to focus on its people, but at the same time you're applauding when we spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on an unnecessary war? And on top of the fact, I don't even have, the truth is, I don't even have a real problem with them attacking Venezuela. My problem is that they're lying to us. Like, you're insulting our intellect. At least tell us the real reason we're going to go in there. You should have came out from the very beginning and said, we want their oil. We're going to go take it. And I would not be saying anything right now. But the fact that you're lying to me like I'm a fucking retard and you think I'm going to believe this stupid excuse, and then immediately, they don't even have the suave to continue with the lie and at least keep talking about drugs. And what he should have said when he said his 3-point plan is, our first plan is to stop the flow of drugs out of Venezuela. But he didn't even mention drugs because there are no drugs coming out of Venezuela. This is all about the oil. All they talked about is the oil. I watched multiple reports yesterday with Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, Trump. None of them mentioned drugs anymore. They forgot about the fucking reason they went in there. He says, Super plays Monopoly. He watching all the properties on the board. He says, because America is being great. There's no war. I promise you, if they try to go into Venezuela to get that oil, there's going to be a war. You guys are naive if you think that nobody's going to fight back. Damn, she made me make a bottle and she just drunk a little bit of it. He says OTR all the property. You guys are very, very naive if you think that America's going to go into Venezuela, they're going to take over the oil fields, and there's going to be no opposition. He says, we're already there. Oh my God. You're not there, dude. There's all kinds of fucking insurgent groups. He says they're fighting for cooking oil. I wish. He says, as a veteran, all this is leading to war and Greenland will be the catalyst. Oh, bro. The thing is, Europe said that if we take Greenland, then they're going to leave NATO. They're going to dismantle NATO. And I don't blame them. We've lost our minds, guys. We can't say we're doing all this stuff to protect ourselves from China and Russia. Like, so what? We're going to be the first ones to strike? Good, baby. Good burp. Damn, I wanted to go to sleep. I really want to get into this topic. He says, not like the EU is any better. Yeah, but the EU doesn't have the power to do it. That's the problem. He says, it's a trip how you say this with zero backup yourself, and your only defense is to ask for the proof. Oh my God. Super. Do you hear what you're writing? Do you see what you're writing? I'm not the one making an extraordinary claim. The administration is the one making an extraordinary claim. I'm asking for the proof because you can't make a crazy claim, expect me to support you in your war, and then not show me any evidence for it. And then tell me that there's some sort of drug problem with drug trafficking and that Maduro is some sort of giant drug trafficker and there's some sort of cartel shipping kilos out of Venezuela. And then the very next day after you arrest the guy, you stop talking about drugs altogether. You forgot about the drugs. Come on, man. He says, we're going to strike first. Strike fast. Robot Kai. I think Super Sen has to be trolling me, bro. There's no way he's not trolling me. There's no way he's not trolling me because there's no way you're going to just blindly believe what the government tells you. Come on. You know better than that.
We're unsuccessful, unfortunately.
The people of Venezuela are waking up to the same regime. Do you not worry about that?
Well, first of all, the bottom line is that there is a process now in place where we have tremendous control and leverage over what those interim authorities are doing and are able to do. But obviously this will be a process of transition. In the end, it will be up to the Venezuelan people to transform their country. We are prepared under the right conditions, using the leverage that we have, which includes the fact that they cannot move any oil unless we allow them to move it to, well, again.
So essentially what we're doing is we're confiscating their oil and we're holding the revenue from that oil as hostage. Then the reporter asked a pretty damn good question. You really don't want any more? You really made me make you a whole bottle and you're not going to drink it? He's pushing it out with her tongue. Okay, I'm going to put her inside the chair again. Let's see if she goes to sleep. I'm also overthinking this because I'm over here worried about having to hold her if she's crying on the stream, when in reality we're just talking. Like, it doesn't matter if I have to hold her. Let's see if she falls asleep. If she doesn't fall asleep, I'll go grab her. He says, facts, Kanai, China is pissed as fuck right now. I would be pissed too. He says, I just like the results too much to care about the claim to get it done. If Venezuela was in an uproar, I wouldn't feel the same way. But Superson, do you remember when we went into Iraq? When we went into Iraq initially, the Iraqis were celebrating too. You guys do realize that in every situation like this, there's always a time period in the very beginning where everybody thinks it's mission accomplished. When we went into Iraq, like in a week, we were like, mission accomplished. George Bush came out with his Secretary of State, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. And what happened like a week later? That shit went sideways. Remember when they took out Saddam Hussein? That shit went sideways quick, bro. The same thing is going to happen here. I promise you the same thing's going to happen. If we go in there and we try to overthrow the administration, we try to establish dominance over their natural resources, the same thing that happened in Iraq is going to happen here. It's going to go sideways quick. And then when it goes sideways and we have a bunch of troops there and we're mired in a stupid war we can't get out of, these people are going to act like they don't know what happened. It's the same fucking story over and over again. Oh yeah, Isabel, I was overthinking it because I don't know why, chat, but sometimes I be getting like anxiety and I be thinking to myself like, yo, the stream is ass and people aren't gonna enjoy it. And maybe that's just me not being confident in myself. But I start to think like, I want to give you guys a good product, and if I keep walking around having to pick up Octavia, putting her down, feeding her, doing all this stuff, people are not gonna enjoy the stream. And that's just me overthinking. It's just me overthinking. But it doesn't help that we don't have that many people watching the stream. What I do need is, if you guys are watching the stream, if you can smash the like button in chat so we can get everybody smashing the like button and see if we can attract some more people in here. Because I be getting in my feelings over this shit. I ain't gonna lie. And the truth is, none of this actually, like for me, none of it actually matters. Like if I'm speaking clearly, if I'm not stuttering, yada, yada, yada. But for some reason, I start getting in my feelings about it, right? And I start overthinking like, yo, I'm stuttering, or, oh, I'm not making a coherent sentence, or I'm pausing, or I'm not talking slow, I'm not talking fast. And it's like, bro, do you think XQC cares if he's talking clearly? Do you think Adin Ross cares if there's dead air on the stream, or if you have to walk around and feed your child? Nobody cares. Yo, what's up, baby? I just tried to feed her. I made a bottle. She only drank like almost none of it. She drank almost none of it. He says, gotta get that fuck it mentality. Well, it's because when I'm doing this, I think I treat it like a broadcast. But I'm just overthinking. I really am just overthinking. She is, but I am gonna have to start wrapping it up soon because I don't like leaving her there by herself just staring into space. Even though she's not crying, I feel kind of bad because she's like not getting attention. It's kind of funny that Rob gave me a fucking W idea with the fucking baby cam though. I'm not gonna lie. Isabel says it's a change. That's why it feels off. When did she wake up? She woke up a few minutes ago. He says overreaching. He says he has been doing good, Bailey. You trained him well. He says she doesn't have a shaker. We have the shaker, but it has no battery, royalty. He says you ain't thinking enough if you have a problem with it. You should marry Rob, Scott. Oh my God. Not that. It's just it was a good idea. The baby cam was a good idea. Because it's like, I don't know what's wrong with my brain. It's like my brain is no longer coming up with new ideas, chat. Is that what happens when you get old? Is that what happens when you get into your 30s? Your brain no longer works properly? Because I remember when I was young, I used to come up with all kinds of ideas. I'm not even going to lie. I don't think it would have ever occurred to me to even set up a baby cam if Rob had not said that to me. Fuck. It's about to speak for yourself, Scott. Oh my God, 40s. I'm not in my fucking 40s. He says, bro, it's week 1 solo. You got this. He says, it's because you're gay now and Rob is on your mind. Oh my God. He says, Scott, you never been a creative guy. That's why you depend on the viewer's input. No, royalty. I really used to be creative, bro. I swear to God, I used to be creative. I used to draw. I used to paint. I mean, I still can do that kind of stuff. I'm just not good at coming up with ideas when it comes to content. I don't know why. Making videos, just, I don't know. I don't do a good job at it. He says, you're a good drawer. I am a good drawer. You see me draw, and that wasn't even with practice. If I lock in for real for like a month and I just keep practicing stuff, I'll get so good. He says, back in the day, he says, Scott just got lazy with no job. I really did. He says, Scott, you're a femboy. Nah, I'm not a femboy. Nah, no diddy. I ain't no femboy. It could be worse though, chat. I could be on Monkey App right now talking to children. He says, a femboy that can't read. He says, give her teething mitt. She'll go crazy. Let me see. The teething mitt is that thing that you showed me earlier. Let's see. Let me grab it. Let me grab this. Oh. Let me grab this teething mitt really quick, chat. Let's see. Let's see what she does when I grab it and give it to her. Bailey showed me them earlier. I'm looking in the room. I don't remember where they're at. They've got to be in here somewhere. Maybe they're on the bed. What I was saying to you guys is that I think that I overthink sometimes and I start to worry because I don't want to have an ass stream. I want to get more people in here. And the way I see it, if I don't provide any value or content that's interesting or funny to you guys, how do I expect to attract more people into the stream? Because they're not going to come just to see Scott Leonard out of the blue. I've got to be doing something that's interesting or funny or entertaining. Where is it? Where are they? I don't know where the teething mitts are. I don't know where the teething mitts are. Damn, I'm slow, guys. Bailey showed me it, and I don't remember what it looks like and where they're at. Because I'm slow. Damn. Yeah, I don't see it. Or they're this. This is the teething mitt? This is not the teething mitt, right? Is this it? Is that it? Or am I just slow? I don't know if that's it. Is that green thing it? Deadbeat dad. Oh my god. He says no, that's her toy. I don't know what the teething mitt look like. He says he's cross dressing right in front of us. Wait, who? Scott is wearing beige pants. That's crazy. He says, look in the crib or bassinet for real. Read the chat. Okay, let me go back and see if I can find it. Let me look in the crib. I don't know what it looks like. That's the problem. What color is it? She tossed the spinning toy out. Let me see. Oh my god. Maybe I am a bad parent, chat. Maybe I am a bad parent. I literally don't know what the teething mitt looks like. Damn. L dad. Everybody spam L dad. Everybody spam L dad. I'm looking in here. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Looking at or looking for, actually. I don't see it. Is it an actual mitt? If it's an actual mitt, I don't see it. Damn. Hell, dad. Maybe I really am a deadbeat dad. Maybe I am a deadbeat dad. Fuck me. Nah. Unless it's this thing. Let me ask her if it's this. Maybe it's this. Is it this? Is it this? Is that it? Is this what I'm looking for? He says, honey, look in the kitchen. It's a plastic mitt. A plastic mitt. Yo, I feel like I'm in a scavenger hunt, chat. A plastic mitt. A plastic mitt, she says. Oh, yeah. It's that thing I just showed you. How does that work? That was it. That was it. Okay. That was it. So, let's see. Baby. Do I put it on both hands? Let me get the other one. Okay, there we go. Let's see what she does with that now. I gotta move this over just a little bit more. Okay. So now, oh my god. I can't get this shit in the center. Damn, I'm bad at this. I can't get it in the center. Let's see. He doesn't like that. I don't think she likes that teething mitt thing. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. She's probably thinking like, what the hell did they put on my hands? He says, wasn't that the guy a photographer and he can't even center things? Daffy, it's because I can't see it live and the feed on the TV is slow. He says she liked it this morning. Is she biting them? He says, yep, in my skinny jeans. Oh my god, I've never heard that song before. He says, where's the plastic mitt? That was terrible, bae. He says, watch her though. I don't want her poking her eye out. She's not even biting them. He says, that's what she said. 2 mics on. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Thank you, Isabel. Is there an echo? Was there an echo? Oh, guys, this stream tonight is a disaster, guys. Maybe this should be this is the daddy daycare stream. Fuck it. This is the daddy daycare stream, chat. Has to be the daddy daycare stream. Where's daddy daycare ever? Would you want Scott to be your daddy? He's at the DVD streams. Forget about talking about depression. Tonight was the daddy stream, no cap. He says, no, thank you. You don't want Scott to be your dad? Diddy Daycare. No, not Diddy. No, not Diddy Daycare. I'm not Rick. Not Diddy Daycare. Deadbeat dad daycare stream. Oh my goodness. The thing is, you guys think it's easy. It's not easy to take care of a baby. I thought it was gonna be easier than this. And in fact, let me put this bottle in the heater. He doesn't like when the chair stops rocking. He says, everybody said that was hard. Look how easy it is, chat. It is easy. Vin, exactly. Vin, I'm vindicated. I said that taking care of a baby was easy. Look how easy it is, chat. So easy. It's super easy. He says, now we don't hear him because he doesn't have the mic. Oh, I wasn't talking over there, Daffy. I knew I didn't have the mic on me. She does not like those mitts. Taking care of a child is easy. Childcare is easy. I do on the rise. Eating his words now. He's so full of shit. Your eyes are brown. Look how easy it is. Baby crying in the background. She's crying because those mitts are on her hand. I'm taking them off. You don't like it. You don't like no damn mitt. You don't want to wear no damn mitts. She is like a football. You're a little football, baby. You don't have anything to say to the people? She's a football. I'm stressed out. I feel like tonight's stream was ass. Like tomorrow I might have to tomorrow's Thursday, right? I stream tomorrow, don't I? Tomorrow's Thursday? Yeah, we stream tomorrow, chat. I stream Wednesdays and Thursdays. He says, you homesick yet, Bailey? He says, baby crying, smoke alarm beeping, sagging jeans. There's no smoking. Yo, it's Super Scent. Super Scent. You're going too far, bro. Bro. Mama! You're going too far. There is no smoke detector going off, bro. Come on. I don't got ghetto birds. Wow, that was fucked up. He went too far with that one. Now you're bullying me. He says, sagging jeans, which is wild in itself. This motherfucker really got the Tommy shirt and gold chain deadbeat dad costume. He says, yes, very. He says, bro, asking us, W little Nihao. He says, yeah, I bet it's rough on you too, Bailey. Oh my God. Can you guys stop pampering her? She's been getting all kinds of special treatment, gifts and shit. I haven't got not even one fucking gift. Nobody's giving me a gift for being a father. Nothing. I've gotten shit. Nothing. And she's getting gifts from people. Everybody in my family giving her gifts. Everybody in her family giving her gifts. Where the fuck are my gifts at? Where are my gifts at? So I don't get a gift. Because, you know, my contribution to this doesn't mean anything, I guess. He says, you are her special gift, Scott. Also, I don't even get attention anymore. Everything is just Octavia this, Octavia that. No attention for Scott. Baby, you came and stole all my attention. No more loving for Scott. Scott doesn't get love anymore. All he does is get work and tasks. Oh, get some water. Get the bottle. Get this. Get that. No love for little Scott. No love for little Scott, baby. You took all the love. He says, jealous dad syndrome incoming. I'm just being honest on the rise. Where's my love at? Where's my attention at? Where are my gifts at? He says, Bailey doesn't even know Baltic math. You mean basic math? She says, you get love and attention. No, I don't. From where? From my chat. My chat gives me love and attention. Yo, thank you, chat. Typical child response. He says, why the fuck would I know that superset? He says, that shit's over, buddy. He says, boy, your chat hates you. No, my chat loves me. They love us, Octavia. The only people who give me attention are my chat. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday when I didn't stream, I felt bad. I was like, damn. Well, she's spitting. Whoa, ew. That's nasty, baby. Your hands are covered in spit. He says, here's your love, Dad. Thank you, son. Say something, baby. When there's no camera and no mic, you say a bunch of stuff. Why are you not saying anything? Say something. Say something. Say something, my love. Say something. Come on. You're not gonna say anything? Damn, she's not saying nothing, chat. He says, wait, is this the work trip with the dude? What work trip? Put a bib on her. Nah, I don't feel like putting the bib on her yet. He didn't get this one either. I forgot all about that. About what? Wait, what did you forget about? If she falls asleep, I'll stream a little later, but she doesn't look sleepy at all. I'm just getting bummed out, chat, a little bit. He says, has she napped? She napped for like 30 minutes in the beginning of the stream. But she ain't falling asleep. No, she's not. I might as well change the name of tonight's stream to the daddy daycare because we really didn't. First of all, I felt like the first segment didn't hit. And I'm kind of disappointed. I'm very disappointed, actually. He says she looks like a baby genius. She is a baby genius. He says, we want little O's first steps. Once she's mobile, you're cooked. You think? He said, failed father counseling therapy. Oh my goodness. She's just looking all around. He says, can't wait when she pulls the plug on your stream. Daffy, don't even say that, bro. Don't even say that, dude. That better never ever happen, or she's gonna have to get a little spanking. Damn. This is rough, chat. Because she's observant. She is observant. I don't know why she's not trying to talk. Talk, baby. Say something. You always talk. Say it. Make some noises. Okay. When I touch her nose, normally she makes noises. Okay, she's getting mad. Poopy time. No. Baby, what's wrong? What's wrong, Octavia? You don't like when I put you close to that mic? He says, don't hit her. What the hell? Oh, my poor baby. I don't like seeing her sad. Oh, but you like seeing me sad. Or me. When I'm sad, nobody even cares. I know, baby. When I'm sad, when daddy's sad, nobody cares. They're like, why is he being sad? Nobody cares when daddy's sad. He says, you're a grown man. Isabel, I'm a baby. Victim mentality arc on the way. He says, damn, jealous dad for real, for real. What's wrong, baby? You want me to hold you a different way? You want more milk? He says, Scott's only 15. I'm only 14, Vin. He said she was 12. That scared you? Okay, let me give her some more milk. What's wrong? You don't want to drink? She's looking at herself in the camera. I guess she's genuinely not thirsty. Octavia. You're getting sleepy, baby. Whoa. That was attitude. He says Scott wants Bae to pick him up and rock him to sleep. Bro, I wish. Are you hungry, Scott? Need some titties? So you're not all fussy? I wish I could get some. Right, baby? She's sleeping. She's falling asleep. Let me put her in the thing. She might fall asleep and gets rocked back and forth. I see. You're Oh my god. This is exhausting. Emotionally exhausting. Octavia. Maybe I should go back over there, move the camera again, and sit in front of the sofa. Or maybe I should just end. It's 9:18. He says Scott's rhythm. Wait, what do you mean Scott's rhythm? You guys could see me dancing? I hope not. I hope not. Is this on? He says, yeah, Lama. Oh, shit. Fuck me. I didn't realize you guys could see me. I feel like tonight's stream was a disaster. I'm not even gonna lie. Fuck me, chat. How many people do we have watching? If you guys are watching the stream, drop W's in the chat. I don't think there's any clips. There's nothing I can post from this stream. That's the problem I have. That's my main issue. Is there's nothing I can post from this stream. And we haven't been able to get past 14 people. He says, honestly, this was better than the call with contents. You think? Really? The contents call was that bad? He says, on God. Was it that boring? He says, L contents. Or are you guys just trolling him? He says, poster dance moves. He's boring as fuck. I didn't realize you guys felt like that. He says, nah, he boring for real. L contents. So you're telling me that do you think I have more moments I can clip from this stream than the content stream though? Because I feel like there's nothing I can clip from this. If she falls asleep, I'll stay on later, but she's fighting her sleep. He's probably like, why does my dad abandon me in this stupid rocker? Octavia. Sleep, mama. Sleep, baby. Sleep, baby. You're sleepy. Sleep, baby. Sleep, my love. She's just looking at me like this fucking retard. Put me in this goddamn chair. He says like gaming with him was fine, but talk was ZZZ. Octavia. The problem I had with the playing Among Us was we had nobody in the stream, dude. The stream went down to like 0 people. And I hate to make it all about the numbers, but that did make me kind of worried when I was like, damn, I got 0 people watching the stream. Fuck me. Octavia. He's falling asleep. Damn. I don't even know what to do. I'm just daddy daycare for real, I guess. He says now we don't see anything. What kind of 360 experience is this? That's a different baby. I saw the switch. Oh my god, they saw the switch, baby. They saw the switch, baby. And daddy switched you for another baby. They saw it. They're like, what the hell? What? What? Oh shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. Sleep then, baby. Close your eyes and go to sleep so that you can continue to stream. L stream. Everybody spam L stream. Daddy Daycare. Guess I failed at this Daddy Daycare shit. He says Daddy Daycare course out soon. Day 3 and Scott on his last legs. He says you look just as sleepy. He says now we don't see anything. He says link in the bio. Too far, dog. He says carry the stream, Scott. Oh my God. He says dance and sing for her. If she falls asleep, I'll stay on until 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11. Only if she falls asleep. We'll give her one chance to sleep. She's asleep right now, but I can't put her down. You can't put them down as soon as they fall asleep. Or they'll wake up. I already know that trick. You gotta wait until she's in a deep sleep. He says, how many days does Bay work a week? It feels like 7 days a week, Daffy. Feels like she's abandoning the fam. I'm over here slaving it. Slaving it and raving it, man. Tonight I had a whole bunch of topics I wanted to talk about. And I feel like I didn't even get to go through the topics. Literally. I'm kind of disappointed. And maybe I'm being a control freak. I'm being a control freak again. He says, what is the actual number? I don't know. I think she works 5 days a week, 4 days a week. She might work 4 days a week. I'm not sure. Right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I think she's here tomorrow. Oh, no, she's off on Friday. She's off on Friday. She's off on Saturday. She's off on Sunday. He says, yeah, it's GG's. Any update on the San Jose job? Oh, I passed the interview, the first interview, Vin. I meant to tell you guys that I passed the first interview, and I thought I wasn't going to pass it, but I guess I passed it. And then they scheduled all the other interviews with me on Monday and Tuesday. It's 4 interviews. I can show you guys well, actually, it has a lot of personal information in it. Did I put in the Discord the acceptance email, though? That job probably pays $200,000 to $300,000. It might pay more. He says, San Jose is by me. Cold as fuck right now. That's why I don't want to go, Vin. That's literally why I don't want to go. I was talking to my dad about it today. I mean, they're going to have to pay me a lot of money for me to move from Florida to San Jose. I'm not going to lie. I told one of my software engineer friends this, and he thought I was crazy. Because he's like, oh, you're going to turn down that company? I was like, I mean, I don't want to move to San Jose, though. Okay, I'm going to try and put her down. Hopefully she doesn't wake up. Hopefully she doesn't wake up. Maybe she'll give us an hour, chat. I'm going to whisper. Maybe she'll give us an hour. Damn. Tonight's a tough night, chat. And I lost so much weight. I look like shit. Tonight's been a tough night. I'm not even going to lie. We can't break 14 viewers tonight, which is crazy. It makes me wonder if it's because I'm not streaming every day or if it's because the stream was just ass. He says, large Hispanic population over there. He says, stop picking her up so much. She's gonna get needy. That's what I was telling Bailey. I was telling Bailey we need to stop spoiling her because I don't want my daughter to grow up to be one of these girls that's entitled and thinks the world is her oyster and she can just disrespect other people and get away with it. But what I was saying to you guys was I had so many things I wanted to talk about tonight, chat, and we didn't even get through 5% of the stuff I had for tonight. We didn't get through this video.
I'm not going to give you a timeline on it. We wanted to move as soon as possible.
We didn't get through this other video, how the US captured Venezuelan president, which is a really good one.
Capture a high-value target when the whole world is watching. You create a masterclass in deception. The CIA set the stage with a single building as bait and
But now I'm not even in the mood to go over this. We didn't watch the video about the economy of hating low-tier God.
Last week, one YouTube channel alone uploaded 19 videos about one man. Over 100,000 views in 7 days, ad revenue, memberships, donations, and that's just one of his enemies. He doesn't work for them. He doesn't approve the uploads. Half of the time he's trying to get them banned. But every time he goes live, a whole microeconomy spins up around him.
Should I cover this video, chat? Should we cover this one? We'll do 2 videos about the economy of hating low-tier God. That's the title of this video, by the way. The economy of hating low-tier God. Shocking Cost TV. This was uploaded 7 days ago.
Clip channels, commentary channels, stream snipers turning one ranked session into a full video, a subreddit that tracks his every move, all built on low-tier God. One of the most polarizing and controversial creators to ever come out of the FGC, and now probably beyond it. Part fighting game streamer, part rant content, full
I have to say, that's kind of aura, bro.
time lightning rod. And then there's Optics. Now, if LTG is the main character, Optics is basically Omar from The Wire. He shows up in a ranked session like he's walking into a Baltimore stash house with a shotgun, blows up the stream, and walks away with a new upload and another spike of views.
She was 17 down.
Oh my god.
17 down.
Shut your
You
fucking
groomed that
punk
bitch.
ass up, you stupid bitch. Bro, I'm done with the game.
Yo, whoever did that shit, if you're
To be honest, on the rise, I do. But at the same time, I'm a little bit afraid. Now I'm stuttering. I'm talking all like a fucking idiot again. I'm a little afraid because I don't want to be a lolcow. And I feel like collaborating with low-tier God, unless I'm roasting him or something, it might put me in the same category as him. And I don't want to be in the category that he's in.
chat, big ups to you, bro. Was it Optics? Are you serious?
You're still waiting for the fade there. Why are you hiding, nigga? Girls
I don't want to be in the same category as him.
I would love for this nigga to actually. How about me and you IRL? How about that? How about me and you IRL? We can IRL, nigga. We can IRL, nigga. We can IRL. IRL, nigga. We can IRL, nigga. We can IRL. 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 We can IRL.
Why is he playing a game that he's bad at?
The clip channels, the snipers, the subreddits, they are the symbiote. They swear that they hate each other, they flag each other, and they call each other obsessed stalkers and clout chasers. But if you look at the numbers, it's clear. They are all feeding off each other. It's about the low-tier God economy. How one creator accidentally became a full-time job generator for people who just can't stop watching him.
Homie said a full-time job generator, bro. Oh my god, chat, you can't make this shit up, bro. I mean, part of me is kind of like, damn, that is kind of cool. But part of me is like, damn, he's almost on the same level as Fousey as far as people trolling him and taking him as a lolcow. That's not a good thing, by the way. He's not making money from this, by the way. They're making money off of him. He's not making money off of them.
And what exactly does that say about the platforms that let it happen? Here on Shocking Cost TV, we don't pick sides. We follow the money, map the ecosystem, and see who exactly is really getting paid.
He's losing money because of this shit. The low-tier God economy of hating.
Let's break down the ecosystem. Now, at the center, you've got LTG, the host organism. He goes
the host organism.
He trolls the gym, the games, the women, the enemies. He picks fights, he squashes some, he also rage quits on others. But from an economic point of view, his stream is raw material. And around him, you've got different roles.
Damn, they're mining him.
Now, these are the people who sit through long streams on carve-out highlight reels, The meltdowns, the contradictions.
This is what I need.
The rare humilities, the rare W's. Now, 10 to 30 minute upload titles turn into maximum damage. Their job is to turn a 3-hour VOD into something that people will actually click and watch.
Oh no.
You have the archivists. They are building cold storage. We're talking old Twitch VODs, deleted YouTube streams. Odds are that one of the archivists has a copy of it before it disappears.
That's fucking crazy, dude. These niggas they're documenting your every move, bro. They're creating a cold case chat. No way. They got this nigga in cold storage.
When the heavy hitting clipper channels get taken down, this is where the archivists step in. And usually they're the ones who keep all of the lost footage alive on backup platforms. Then you have
no escape
and commentators. They are the talk show hosts. They run his stream in a window, pause, break it down, answer in the chat, then they drag in guests. Sometimes it's kind of like framing as exposing, but sometimes it's also just clowning.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie though, this ROG has a fucking crispy hairline. No cap. I'm a little bit jealous, I ain't gonna lie.
And other times it's just weird analysis that happens. Either way, they're adding live value.
He says, you want that so bad, Scott. As far as the clippers and stuff, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Super Cent, it would be nice. We'd have more people watching the stream if that was happening.
Taking their own donations and memberships while doing it.
Solid, big ups, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Oh, so he does get donations.
Come on, Dale. Show us the swag.
They're swarming Rank to fucking stalk me in a fucking video game every goddamn night. Why don't you, how about this? Why don't one of you niggas pull up and catch the face?
I wish I had people rating me, bro.
Damn, bro, you that
If
hurt,
it's
man.
that big of an issue, y'all niggas know where I work out and all that shit.
He's getting the raids, he's getting the donations.
Damn, bro. Jesus, man.
God damn. If it's really that much of an issue, if you want to stalk a nigga that crazy, pull up and catch the fade.
Is he about to cry? I think he's about to cry, bro.
Jesus Christ. They got this nigga on his last legs, chat.
Yeah, he's about to cry, bro. Look at his face.
They got him on his last legs.
He's crying, man. Oh, there you go. He's crying.
None of you niggas want smoke at all.
Definitely crying, bro. Look at him. Look at his face.
Oh, this is sad.
You have the meme engineers.
Not the meme engineers.
TikToks, AI edits,
Fuck.
soundboard clips. They take a video of LTG and make him look like a pirate. You'll see 30 to 60 second edits of his rants just hitting hundreds of thousands of views on channels that don't even cover him regularly. He's just become the face and a voice in a wider meme economy. And what does all of this actually add up to? Putting on our economist hat for a second, during my investigation I found dozens of channels with LTG centric branding. We're talking ROG this, deadbeat that, full of restreams, compilations and commentary.
Bro, this is motion. You know, and you know what's crazy, chat? Do you know how I found this video? I can tell you guys how I found this video. I found this video the same night that I was looking at Rick's stream, which was yesterday, I guess. And I saw that Low Tier God was live. And I said, you know what? I subscribed to him. Let me see what he's all about. So I clicked on his channel and he was reacting to this video and he was pissed. He was pissed. He said he's going to get this video taken down. So then I was like, what's the title of the video? And I saw that when he went back to his YouTube thing, it showed the title of the video and I copied it down. So I was like, I want to watch it on my own time. But he was livid. He was saying that he was going to copyright strike this, that he had his lawyers looking into all these clippers, that he's not making no bread. He was saying that because of the restreamers, he can never get his full capacity of viewers on Twitch because nobody's watching him because they're watching the restreamers. He was saying a bunch of stuff. He was yelling and he was crashing out. It was actually kind of funny. And if it wasn't for the threat that he was making about suing all the people and getting the lawyers and going to the next step, I would go watch that shit. But I can't watch it on stream because I don't want to get copyrighted. Super Sen says, I think it's a skit. You think it's a skit? I don't know, bro, because he was crashing out pretty hard. The thing is that having clippers and having people talking about you benefits you as a streamer. What doesn't benefit you that much is when you're as big as he is and then you get people restreaming your content because they do take away your viewers and you are losing money. They're making the money that you could be making.
These channels had sub counts ranging from under 1k to well over 20k. Now, while not being concrete, vidIQ estimated that some of these channels were within the range of 50 to 300 per month, and that's just from ads alone, and there were some that were moving much higher. There were a few standouts with spikes in the tens to hundreds of thousands of views on single.
He says, yeah, it's a skit.
Especially the big compilations or the infamous.
You really think it's a skit?
No, they only.
It's kind of hard to tell.
But they don't count Twitch or Kick subs. Once you factor those in, it's not really difficult to see the shape of the system. You have a bunch of smaller channels making beer money tier income. Then you have a cluster of mid-sized ones pulling in decent side money. You also have a handful of heavy videos and a couple of heavier channels with meme edits that spike into serious numbers. Add LTG's own monetization on top, we're talking subs, donos, merch, and whatever he's got going on, and the whole low tier god orbit realistically sits in the low six-figure territory per year. Yes, no one is a secret millionaire. We're talking more like a neighborhood where dozens of people are paying small chunks of their bills, you know, light bill, but it's all off the basis of the same man's face, voice, and bad decisions. And that's the real punchline. Everyone is arguing about whether he's right or wrong, but underneath the moral arguments is a very simple reality. Enough people care, or hate, or obsess, that the whole thing became financially self-sustaining.
This is like Fousey. It's the exact same thing as the Fousey situation, chat. It's literally the exact same thing as the Fousey situation. Fousey had a bunch of people. Damn, bro. Why did I open this up? Sometimes y'all really be tripping, bro. So you're telling me that there's nobody watching this? I'm just talking to myself. Oh, great. And she's waking up. Let me turn the rocker on one more time. But y'all got me disappointed, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all really got me disappointed. I would crash out, but I don't want to scare the baby. On the rise. 4-month streak is this bitch W stream. Yo, thank you for being in there for 4 months. On the rise. I appreciate you, man. Damn, chat. My feelings are hurt. My feelings are hurt. Yo, I appreciate the real ones that stuck around. Guys, if you're watching the stream, drop a W in the chat. I want to see. Let's do roll call here. How many people are in here? I think I'm going to end, guys. Yo, Daffy, thank you for sticking around. On the rise, thank you for sticking around. YouTube says there's only like 3 people watching the stream. It says 4, but I have it on my TV because I was reading the chat when I was sitting down with Octavia. Who, by the way, woke up and is screaming. The battery on my phone is about to die too. Let me change the name of the stream. He says, it says more on my end. I might as well change the name of tonight's stream because he's freaking the fuck out. Baby! He probably thinks I'm not here. Let me just change the thumbnail. And I'll grab her. Baby. Can't even find the fucking thumbnail. Damn, she's getting mad as fuck. Octavia. 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 Okay, let me find this thumbnail and I'm gonna wrap up the stream, guys. I'm bummed out. Where's the thumbnail at? Oh my god. I had to have saved it somewhere. It's on my phone too. I guess I'll just change it when I end stream. What's wrong, baby? He's just laying on my lap laughing now. He says, Scott's to go. Guys, we need to get more people in here tomorrow. I'm going to stream again. Remember, I stream on Thursdays. We need to get more people in here, chat. We need to get more people in here. Tonight's stream, in my opinion, was an L. Like, I don't have any clips. Nothing happened. I can't post any segments tomorrow because nothing happened. There's nothing to post. He says, W stream, go take a nap with O and you'll be good. He says, you can clip the Rick thing. I don't think the Rick thing's going to get me any views, Daffy, because nobody knows who Rick is either. I'm cooked. Yo, Rob, how are you doing, man? Rob got here a little bit late to the stream. He says, purse the father, daughter, dad progress. She's just laughing. Now she's laughing. It's funny. What's so funny, baby? He says, how was the stream? The stream, in my opinion, Rob, and maybe I'm being negative, but I feel like it was a disaster. He says, Rob, he wanted to discuss the depression topic with you earlier. Yeah, you missed it, Rob. I'm going to change the name of the stream back to Daddy, Daughter, yada, 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 because I don't know, bro. I just felt like tonight wasn't it, man. He says, nothing to depress, nothing to discuss. He's depressed, OTR. No, I'm not depressed. He says, it was good. Don't listen to Scott. Well, I mean, if it was good, it still bums me out because we didn't have people like tuning in. And that just messes up my vibe. I know, baby. I know. Daddy's gonna get his phone because his phone's about to die. He says can't be worse than last stream. Look at the positive. Wait, what happened last stream? What happened last stream? Oh, you mean the Contents Universe stream? The Contents Universe stream was that bad? You don't like that, baby? He says L dementia again. Oh my god. I gotta see if I can find the thumbnail I made for the fucking daddy-daughter streams. I can't find them. Which sucks, 'cause it took me a long time to build that fucking thumbnail. Oh, yeah. Why do I... Oh my god. I don't think I saved the thumbnail. I don't think I saved the thumbnail. Fuck me. Damn. He says he's 40, Daffy. That's why. He says you can copy it from the last stream. I think I changed it before I finished the stream though, Daffy. Like I don't think it's saved. Because I went back and I changed it. Bro, my channel is dead, bro. My channel is fucking dead. It's dead. I know, baby. Daddy's channel is dead. My videos aren't getting views at all. Nothing is happening. Nobody's watching the stream. I was getting hyped up about the low tier god segment. And then I looked and I saw there was nobody even watching. He says, you can't copy it from the last stream. No, because I changed it from the last stream, Daffy. Because afterwards I was like, oh, we didn't do the daddy-daughter thing because she was sleeping. So I removed the thumbnail and I thought I saved it, but I didn't save it. And since I didn't save it, at least I don't think I saved it. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. I don't think I saved it. Yeah, I didn't save it because it would be at the top. He says, Ella Reader, the same comment twice, thinking it said something else this time. He says, how it been, Scott, raising your kid at night? More respect for women now? Rob, this shit is easy, bro. Literally. Y'all be exaggerating, bro. This shit is easy as fuck. Y'all be exaggerating. I guess the good thing is you guys can watch me make this thumbnail. Because the thumbnail is gone. Yeah, I know, baby. Yeah. And she's making like all kinds of noises at me. All kinds of cute baby noises. Let's see. Date added. Yeah, it's not in here. Okay, you guys can watch the thumbnail process. So the thumbnail process is pretty easy. Drop this here. This image here, you can change it for the one of her. I gotta send it back to the computer though. I thought I had it in here, but I guess I don't. I think I deleted it. So I'll send it to myself again. Okay. We'll add that image to the thumbnail. Like so. Add the file. We just gotta change the size. Like that. Okay. And then the actual image of me on the other side, he says, if you deleted it, it's in the trash can. You can recover it. No, I always empty my trash can when I delete stuff, Daffy. So then let's grab this image. I think I'm gonna change this deadbeat dad image to something else. So let's get rid of this. Let's replace this with the image of Bailey and all of us laying. Where is it? We'll replace it with this image here. Get rid of the mask. And make this smaller. Like maybe like that. And then let's see if it can remove the background. Throw them down here, make them bigger. And then just harmonize this. He says, who the fuck empties the trash can on a regular basis? I do. I don't like having my trash can full of stuff. He says, like, I only empty it when it gets like 100 gigabytes in there or something and I need space. No, I delete mine every single time. He says, how is the baby cute with Scott when Scott looks cooked? Oh my God, I don't look cooked. I do not look cooked. Okay, so now it's harmonized. So now let's change the auto contrast, auto tone. Okay, not the auto tone, auto contrast. Let's raise the exposure because they look dark. So we'll do boom. And we'll grab one of these, exposure, and we'll raise the exposure up like that. Get rid of this mask. And we'll grab the mask that was already there. We'll feather this in. Yes, baby. Shift the edges all the way in. Smooth them. Feather them a little bit. There. How's that thumbnail, chat? Is that a good thumbnail? He says, you're laughing? Okay, let me put her back on the lap. She likes being in the lap. She likes laying in people's laps. Okay, is this a good enough thumbnail, chat? He says, or is this thumbnail ass? Let's make 2 thumbnails. Export. Ah, shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's, export quick PNG. Family. Let's go back to the original image of just me. And let's make 2 thumbnails. Let's make this one too. Oh, now you want to talk. Here. Talk. Baby. Now you're talking. You want something not looking at you? I guess she only talks when no one's looking. She doesn't like you guys looking at her. Okay, I'm gonna export this one too. Export quick PNG. Dead. Beat. Dad. Okay. Okay, so then now let's go back to the video. Settings. I thought I changed the title already. Why is the title not looking changed here? Okay, yeah, there it is. Deadweed.daycare. Edit. And we'll change the thumbnail to the other one. And then when the stream is done, I'll be able to use more than one thumbnail, and I'll just add the other ones too. Where the hell did it save it? The desktop, maybe? What the fuck is going on? Where did it save them? Now I gotta go fucking see where it's saving them. It did save it there. So where the fuck is it? I don't see it. Oh. Maybe I just was not looking. I don't know. Okay, boom. Yeah. It says Unc doing Unc things. She's definitely gonna be spoiled. You think she's gonna be spoiled? He says it's good. Don't overthink. He says W Winter's Tale on the thumbnail. I'm gonna use both of them. When the stream is done, I'll be able to switch it out. The night chat, bro. Oh shit. That's her eyes got so big when I did that. I'm sorry, baby. Daddy's scaring you? Daddy's crazy. Oh, working no play, make daddy go crazy. Daddy's going crazy. Ooh, daddy's going crazy. Daddy's going crazy. He's crazy. He says, I can't stop sniffing her goddamn cheeks. He says, babe forgot to give Unc his meds. You saw her eyes? I'm sorry, baby. Daddy's not trying to traumatize you. Traumatize. He says, you're making it look easy. It is easy. Is it not easy, baby? It's easy. Say, 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 Say something. Why do you not say anything when you're in front of the camera? Oh my God. As soon as I put her in front of the camera, she stops making noises. He says, you're making it look so easy. Is it not easy? He said, kid raising a kid. He says he's been doing pretty good, Rob. Still got a little anxiety when she's crying, though. You know why I'm getting anxiety? It's not because I'm worried about her crying. It's because I feel like I'm doing a bad job tonight as a streamer. Like, what's wrong, baby? She's looking out the cameras and shit. That's you. That's you. That's you, baby. He says, this is the dad arc. It's part of the journey. He says, she crying because you shit talking about yourself. I just feel, I kind of feel kind of down, Daffy. Ironically, because I started off the stream upbeat and saying all that stuff. And now I'm like backtracking on what I was saying in the beginning of the stream. He says, how much does Bae pay you? Babysitting isn't cheap. Bro, tell me about it. Yeah, you're just looking at all the screens. Yes, baby, there's lots of screens. There's 2 screens. That's you. That's you. Did somebody just subscribe? What was that noise? He says, oh shit, he about to say depressed. Rob, you missed the beginning of the stream. In the beginning of the stream, I explained that I don't believe in depression. I know that people can get sad. I believe in sadness, but I feel like the reason people say they're depressed is because they haven't found out what their creative outlet is. Once you have a creative outlet, I don't think you can be depressed. People are depressed because they're consumers. Say it. Octavia. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna drop the sound.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're going to see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. I know. Daddy's doing this dumb fucking streaming thing. He says, W stream, Unc. I mean, honestly, Daffy, rate the stream 1 to 10. Guys, I want everybody in this chat to rate the stream 1 to 10. Honest opinions, guys. 1 through 10. Drop the number in the chat. Drop the number in the chat, guys. He says 7 or 8. So you're ranking this one higher than the Contents Universe stream?
Why are you cursing at me? Why are you cursing at me, baby? You're like a cat. You scratched me. He says contents was a 5 only because of the Among Us, though. My fear, guys, is I just don't want my numbers to go down because I'm not streaming every single day. And the last 2 streams have been pretty low. The stream with Contents Universe had like 3 people in it. And then tonight we haven't been able to break 12, I think. The highest we got tonight was 14. And I've been on for almost 4 hours. He says, remember what Royalty said, still a slow week for everyone. Well, I just don't want to waste my time, guys. I'm just really fucking nervous about not streaming every single day. But I want to spend time with my family and I want to do other stuff. The other thing is the whole point of, what's wrong, baby? The whole point of not streaming every single day was to be able to make clips too. But if we have a stream like tonight where there's no clips to make, I don't know what to do. We didn't have any segments. All of the segments were meh, in my opinion. But I don't know, man. You guys tell me. You guys go make some clips or something, and maybe there's something in there that's worth watching. I don't know. I just think that if I was not a Scott Leonard viewer and I stumbled on this stream, I probably wouldn't watch the whole thing. What are you saying to me? What are you saying to me? What the hell are you saying to me? Yo, chat, she just had like a whole mouthful of stuff. Rob says, not gonna lie, I forgot you're streaming today. See? And I feel like that's how you end up losing viewers. By the way, tomorrow I'm streaming too. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So I don't want to dwindle down to having nobody watching my streams, you know. We put in a whole year's worth of work to get to 20 people. 15, 20 people. I don't want to see that work go to waste. Yeah, it does all blend in together, Rob. It really does. She's like, what the hell's wrong with my dad? Daddy's crazy. Say goodnight to the people, baby. She's just looking at herself in the stream. I wonder what she's thinking. That's you and daddy. That's you and daddy right there, baby. Look, there's 3 daddies. 1, 2, 3. 3 daddies, baby. 3 daddies. Daddy. 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 Look, daddy right there. There's a daddy right there, and there's a daddy right there. 3 daddies. Look, baby daddy. Look at the daddy right there. Daddy's right there. Look. Oh shit, they can't see it. Look at the daddy, baby. Look at the dad. Oh, daddy's right there. Look at daddy right there. Oh, daddy's there. Daddy's there. Daddy's there. Oh, chat. Is that normal? He's only like, whoa, calm down, baby. He's only 2 months old. How could she even do that? I know. You're getting confused. There's too many daddies on the. There's too many daddies. Daddies do what? Look around. You didn't see how. You didn't see how I did like this. Look. What? Up here, baby. Look. You didn't see my hand. Look. Oh, spinny dad. Look at the spinny daddy. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Like, that's not normal, I don't think. Anyways, guys, I'm wasting time. I'll catch y'all tomorrow, chat. Thank you guys for sticking around to the very end. Drop a W in the chat. And make sure you guys like the stream. I'm out, guys. Peace. Good night, man. Everybody stay safe. Hopefully tomorrow we have a better stream. Hopefully tomorrow she sleeps and we can actually, like, you know, watch the content and shit. He says it's obvious you won't want to talk about something. Let it out. I can't, Rob it. I can't when she's sleeping. If she was asleep, I'd have, I don't know. Tonight's just not the night, chat. I'll catch y'all later. Everybody stay safe.